Hey y'all. So I decided let's go for it. Let's do a late night stream. I was trying to wait until Burnt Toast was finished, but I think she's almost done or close to. So I encourage you, highly encourage you. We'll be covering some of the same things, but in a different fashion, of course. But I highly encourage you guys to go check out Burnt Toast stream when you're done if you haven't already watched it. Of course, exceptional layout. We are going to be covering the same characters, just in a different fashion. Some of the same things, but I have a lot to say. Imagine that, me having a lot to say. Not possible. So grab your popcorn, your drinks, your pillows, whatever you need. It's going to be a late night stream. Because why not? Why not? I almost just came back and said good morning. That's what type of night it's going to be. Just buckle up and be prepared. It's vacation week, so the brain might have already checked out a little bit. Just bear with us. Hey, Music City Mom. Hey, Pika. To my mods, most of you are like on the East Coast or Central Coast. If you get, please do not stay up. If you need to go to bed, please do. You guys are incredible, but do not ever feel. I know some of you were up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning way before I even got up, and it's been a wild day, so there will always be the rewatch available. Hey, Chai. Hey, Christina Rain. The palm of my hand. Hey, LA. Nonsense. Is there a clip of the BJ said barbecue? Ooh, LA. Likely there is. What stream or time frame? I would have to check. There's so you guys, there's hours. LA, I can put it on my list, but there's no guarantee I will get to it. I've been looking for something else, and usually they're like 4 to 5 hour streams, and to find like 1 3-second clip, it's a lot. But I will put that on my list because I can picture the stream. I think it was the one where right before or after barbecue went on panel over there. But I would have to go hunt. Hey, Just Debbie. Hey, McKenna. Look around LA. My suggestion is to find the time frame. There was a couple times where barbecue went on panel over there. Look in that time frame, like in that month span. Chances are it's been deleted, but if it exists, one of us might have reviewed it, and you should be able to transcript it that way. Music City Mom. I wasn't sure if I was going to, but then I was like, you know what? I need to correct a few things, and I've got screenshots to do so. So I figured, why the hell not? Sorry, I got a little tickle in my throat. Hey, Aries. Aries is now the plastic fupa surgeon of the green team. That's his name. Dr. Aries, plastic fupa surgeon. That's shit's confusing. Hey, wishful thinking. Hey, Shelly. Hey, Lee the Bee. Hey, Dutch. Dutch, I'll throw that clip in here tonight. Hey, Steph. Hey, Kay. Aussie Helen. Petunia. Crafty Girl. Coffee Addict. Mimi of 8. PJ Second Chance. Catherine. Pika, seriously, if you need to go to sleep, please don't feel bad. Just go to sleep. Aw, Shop, I'm sorry that your little one's not feeling well. I hope you guys are doing okay. Besides that, that sucks. Hey, Bex. Hey, Elizabeth. Mal, please keep me posted on how her surgery goes. I'll try to remember to text you in the morning and check on you guys. Hey, Jennifer. Oh, Hank. Hank's under my feet. Hey, don't jump in the shower. Step carefully in the shower. We don't need you hurt. Hey, Maria. Sorry, I'm trying to read these as we're going. Hey, Tebow. Jojo Nanny. Hey, Beth. Beth, somehow you got blocked recently, but we got it fixed. So I don't know how that happened. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Revival. Well, of course, you guys don't have to be here. I appreciate you guys just being here, hanging out. The Black Widow. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, Steph. I'm sure you are exhausted. I hope things go well. Bex, I'm all over the place. I know you do. I know. I am an auntie for sure. Hey, Coco. Kathy ain't got no time for BS. Yeah, Leave the Bee. We've had our air on for what, at least a month. It was over 100 degrees a couple weeks ago. Hey, Anyaka, we're doing a late night stream. Titanium Bill, it's good to see you. I hope you had a great live stream. Oh my gosh, Bex, that stream was long and chaotic. And at the end, my brain was just out. So I was just throwing shit and just talking shit and just goofing off with super chats. I was having so much fun all by myself over there. I was like, sitting there. I was just entertaining myself this morning. Hey, Jojo Danny, thank you for becoming a member. I got completely goofy this morning. It was just like, okay, we're just go. Hey, baby. Hazy Callie. Margaret Allen. Diana, thank you for being a member for 10 months. We got the other side of the world. People have lost their minds. Ministry of Defense. Do we think that, what do you guys think? Is retrograde stuck? Duchess and I were talking about that earlier. Are we like stuck? Something's going on here. Okay, Mal, please do. Get to the ducking point. Hello. Hey, Kimberly. Oh, I'm sorry you've been up all night. Hopefully you get some rest. Aussie Helen, thank you so much for the super sticker and your support. That means a lot. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hey, JC. How was everybody's Easter before I get going? You were trolling? No, JC. See, I'm all up for it. Like, I don't use alts, and I think that's some shady ass shit. People that have so much to say and then they go hide behind alts and fucking do the nasty shit. I mean, fucking if you really have something, I like the fun trolling, like the goofy shit though, the poking fun and like being goofy in chats. That's the type of trolling I like. Like today, I guess you could say I was kind of trolling Granny, throwing super chats at her and telling her my toe was ugly and it was her fault and shit like that. Like that's what I like to do. Hey, Mercedes girl, it's good to see you. Okay, let's see. Okay, Dutch, I gotcha. Michelle, thank you. I don't have to. You can just show the receipts. There's so much shit there is some shit being spread right now that I've thought about correcting, but then at the same time, they've been looking for attention too, like pathetically looking for attention and completely lying about things, like saying that they got accused of being the disgusting account, which never happened. In fact, completely opposite happened. So I've been weighing some options with it like that, but I'm really not interested because it's just like, bleh. Every comment a day, Margaret. Hey, boy. Oh my gosh, can we burn bras instead? Anyaka, can we just burn the bras? I will say though that some of that shit, you guys had me caught up today laughing. That maybe we should just accept that's crazy as fuck. It's okay. Hey, Janice. Telenovas, the TikTok telenovas. That's a good title for it. Hey, Amy. Easter was awesome. Oh, I'm so glad to hear. We can have a scorpion, but then I'll get another terms of service violation because these thin-skinned little bitches. It was crazy, Mercedes girl. It was a lot. The internet's gonna burn down after today. I mean, I think it's been on fire. The roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn. Burn, motherfucker, burn. All right, let's go. Who do you guys want to start with? Betty? I think I'm gonna throw Betty in. Maybe we'll do Betty, BJ, Betty. How about that? How about that? Just because I want Betty, good old bedster. Yo, bedhead Betty. Pay attention. Because I'm gonna make you look like a fucking buffoon per usual. All right? Because you had a lot to say the other day. So if you heard Burnt Toast was just reviewing this, again, highly recommend. Yes, we're reviewing very similar things, but we all add our different takes and things on it. And I'm going to include some stuff in this. So this is where we're going to go first. But bear with me for a minute because there's a purpose of why I'm going here. Because I can make her cringe. And I got permission to share what I'm about to share, of course, by my buddy Kodo. So let's roll.
Hey guys, it's nice to see you. I went through some screenshots that I thought were important before you showed my beautiful face. I'm utterly exhausted. Holy smoke.
Beauty is in the eye of the beer holder. Is that what it's called? Not the bee holder, the beer holder in this case. You're pretty when I'm drunk. Relax. I've had it for you first and foremost. I'd like to mention you.
Smokies.
Who sings that? You're pretty when I'm drunk, and I'm pretty fucking drunk.
I came home after picking up Delilah. I think I got here. I don't know. Oh, good gracious. I'm not even out of bed yet. I looked at the time. I'm like, holy smokes. I cannot believe this because I don't sleep in ever. And I went to bed. I was chatting with somebody. It had to have been like 8 or 8:30 last night that I went to bed. 8 or 8:30 last night that I went to bed. And I woke up at like 1:30, 2 o'clock, which my mom's been telling me that Delilah has been waking her up around 1 or 2 o'clock to go to the bathroom. I don't know why, but apparently she has. And I'm like, that's weird. Well, this morning, that's exactly what she did. She woke me up around 1:30, 2 o'clock. She went out. She had to go pee. And then we came back and went straight to bed, And I think I looked at my phone to see what was going on and made a comment to some.
Have you guys ever heard this song? Song before? You're pretty when I'm drunk. Anyone? It just reminds me of Betty.
Somebody like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I rolled over and went back to bed. I didn't wake up until 8 o'clock. Like 30 minutes ago, I woke up. I'm just letting you know. I had that much sleep. It wasn't all in one sleep. I have that 2 o'clock waking up thing and then going back to sleep, but that's more sleep than I think I've had in some of the weeks. I'll be honest with you. And of course, I freeze everything when I leave out of town. I freeze my milk, I freeze my bread, I freeze anything that's sitting out that can be frozen and unfrozen when I get back to preserve it, so I don't have to keep buying, groceries and stuff like that. So I get up this morning, and usually I take the milk out of the freezer and put it in the refrigerator. And by morning I'll have some milk. At least it'll still be a little frozen, but I'll have something for a latte. Well, I forgot to take the milk out of the freezer and put it in the refrigerator. So now I have no latte this morning. The one thing I was looking forward to when I got home, the one thing I didn't get the whole time I've been gone, right? A latte. And so this is the coffee of champions this morning, a Coca-Cola Zero. I need caffeine. I got no milk. So we're going to the next best thing. So welcome to the Coca-Cola Club. I'm just gonna say people are probably gonna talk about that one, okay?
Well, no, we were talking about your hair, but it's not even worth it. But here's the best line of that song. By the way, it is Bloodhound Gang. It is called "You're Pretty When I'm Drunk." Don't ask me how I know that song, but I do. Uh-oh.
It's okay being the coffee club, but once you start going to the cola club, people are going to be looking at you a little sideways. Okay, we're like, what cola are we talking about here, ma'am? Just know whatever happens, what mean people are saying, we are here for you. Listen, many people know some things rub me the wrong way, some things get under my skin. I say whatever. I know that the stuff that's going around. This is a very complex case in Pennsylvania, and it might be just too complex. From what I read yesterday, they're going to be appealing the decision. I support whatever they're doing 100%. Obviously, I'm a plaintiff in it. But
what I read yesterday, meaning you haven't even had a discussion with your attorneys. Are you people okay? You haven't had a discussion with your attorneys. What you read on their Twitter post, you're a plaintiff alongside this group and you have zero say in anything. You had to read a Twitter post. I mean, pathetic.
We're taking direction from an attorney, right? So I am going to, because
this is that look of when you just completely have given up. You've just given up on everything. Of course, last week was a really rough week for her, and I'm about to make it worse for her.
You gotta look at it this way. So I'm not sure
I guess we're starting off a new week. Might as well make this week exceptional for her.
Happened with the whole judge recusing himself, but I think I'm piecing some of the stuff together. And if it is about the video I did, which I don't think it is, because he was talking about getting death threats by.
Okay, so this is the important part right here. I'm going to slow it down so everybody can hear what she's saying. She's talking about the judge recusing himself. Janice says, Becky, have you ever had the Utah soda, the soda shops in Utah? Is that what you're talking about, where they take like the cream and all the frou-frou stuff? Yeah, that's a huge thing. Yeah. I'm not a fan though. They have like dirty Cokes and all sorts of different things. No, I like a straight Diet Coke. Or if the restaurant doesn't serve Coke products and it's Pepsi products, I drink Mountain Dew. That's the two options. Do I drink anything else? No, not really. Just the two.
All our secrets.
Kyle likes Squirt.
What?
The Squirt.
They're gonna clip that. You know that, right?
Alongside your Big Ranch?
Sure.
Okay. I mean, there could be bigger problems.
Phone and email, but
I don't know though. That wrench is pretty big. I don't know if you could get much bigger than that.
He wasn't very clear, so I don't know if he was. We know Clue knows the judge. We feel that there was already ex parte communications going on long before.
I'm telling you, we're in vacation mode already. It's a mess over here. Okay, just we're in for the ride here. Hey, said thank you for being a member for 9 months. And Janice, thank you for the support too. I don't think I thanked you. I started talking about dirty Coke.
And so him recusing himself was a good thing. I jumped all over it. I don't want that man presiding over me. There's something wrong with him. He does not like me. I don't care. I don't know him. I really don't care. I think it was a great option for me. And I think I made the right decision. And of course, most people that have their egos kind of ding throw temper tantrums. And I don't know if that temper tantrum was for me or if he's really getting done.
Speaking of a temper tantrum, we're about to see one.
I don't know. I don't trust these people in this county.
Yo, Bets. For some reason, Betty, ever since she called me and made that veiled threat and I laughed my ass off at her, she won't even remotely engage, which I'm okay with because it's easy to go back and forth with her when she doesn't respond because she just gives and gives and gives epic content. That's facetious as fuck too. But she stays the fuck away from me. But I know she watches me because some of her end screens have multiple videos of mine. We've caught it numerous times. When her end screen comes up, she'll have multiple of my videos. So, hey, Bets, pay attention. I'm going to show you how something's done.
Everybody knows that. What I can tell you is if it's related to that video that was spliced.
The judge ruled over one case that Cletus was a part of before.
God.
Yeah, look at that face, babe.
No, not look at her hair. She looks like a Hell's Angel. Jesus, wash your hair, dude.
You just made her every year. You called her a biker babe. She's gonna think she is something special now.
I've seen AHA with fucking nice hair.
Yeah, don't be picking on them. Don't ever give them him or her. Don't ever like do that to Hell's Angels.
All together.
They don't deserve Betty.
Had two different subject matter topics and tried to imply that I'm threatening a judge. They just committed a crime because that just interfered.
Okay, hold up. Let's back that up so we're not confused. Let's listen to this once again. And I'm going to show you.
Subject matter topics and tried to imply that I'm threatening a judge. They just committed a crime. Okay. Because that just interfered with proper judicial process. And if I find out that's what the case may be, I will be pushing for the proper people to be held accountable for that, because I know exactly who manufactured that video.
Oh, you do? You know exactly who manufactured that video?
Sliced it together.
Oh, no, not Kodo clipping your own content that's still publicly available on your channel. Oh, no.
And we will have the emails of the people that, and the telephone numbers of the people that called that judge.
Oh, well, it sure as hell won't be me or Kodo. And that's who Kodo clipped in one of the portions. And hold on, Betty. Continue to talk and we'll.
So if they interfered and
again, just so anybody knows, the court was in the morning. The judge recused himself early on in the morning session. They're on Central Standard Time. I'm on Pacific Standard Time. That will come into play in just a moment.
Literally started emailing him stuff to interfere with because a judge cannot have ex parte communications. You cannot bias the judge with emails and stuff like that because they're forced to recuse themselves. And if I find out that this team of misfits, including Clue, that knows the judge, we got her saying that she knows the judge
You got her saying that that judge presided over a divorce of Cletus's. Okay.
Very, very, very well. If we find out that they're the ones that Chris and Katie Proudfoot's clique of people are disrupting court proceedings, my attorneys and I will have absolutely something to say about that.
Tell your attorney, bring it on.
So I pray to God that that's not going on. And I pray to God that they are not going to do that again, because if they do, I will be demanding charges. I will be demanding people.
Janice says, everybody says Elaine Warnos.
Who's that?
Monster. The movie Monster. Look it up.
Lady Gaga's video?
No. Look up Elaine Warnos and the movie. Well, just look up Elaine Warnos.
Will be held accountable. You cannot disrupt judicial process. It is a crime in this country to do. I don't know if it's a misdemeanor. I don't know if it's a felony, but I have to think if you're continuously doing it, it will rise very quickly to a higher criminal element. But I did see where the video originated from. That has been sent over to my attorney. Now, again, we don't know what it's about, but I have to take all precautions necessary in case that's what they did. You did split. You could see differently that they were two totally different time frames, totally different areas, me in totally different clothes, and you could see it was spliced together.
Okay, so what she's talking about is Kodo's video right here. So let's go over to Kodo. So Kodo posts this video. Let me show you. She clipped me. And I've got more.
Of their ways.
Oh, this one's the Queen Bee one. Never mind.
When it happens to somebody that they love. And I pray to God.
Okay, so it's Queen. She clipped Queen Bee first and then me.
Wakes them up in that county. The judge's grandchildren, I pray to God his grandchild has to go through something I'm going through. Because my family has to watch me go through it. And he didn't give a shit about me.
I hope he looks at his grandchildren, because he has a right to uphold the law, whether he likes me or not, and do the right thing. But you know what? If he needs a Supreme.
Wait, was that a veiled threat, Betty, to a judge?
I hope
Thank you, Janet.
I hope he looks at his grandchildren, because he has a right to uphold the law, whether he likes me or not, and do the right thing. But you know what? If he needs
why does he need to look at his grandchildren? I want to play that once again. Like, what is this creepy shit? So Kodo made this clip, and that's what she's referring to. That's what Betty is talking about in this live stream right here is Kodo's clip. But what Betty doesn't want you to know is that these live streams are still on her channel. I made community posts sharing some of them out, my review of one of them. And then I shared out one of them, but I'm going to show you something else really quick. Give me 1 second. Let me find the clip that I'm looking for. So this one is right here. Let's go back to Kodo's. Or no, let's go back to Betty's really quick. Which one? I've got too many tabs open. Can you tell? There it is. Okay, so she's saying they're spliced together. All right.
Because it's coming out of my mouth and I don't really forget a whole lot. Dates and, you know, gets a little hairy and stuff like that, but I can always remember certain things. But when it comes to my speech and the conversations I have, because these are shows. And so some of the topics are a little rougher. Some of my excitement's a little bit different. I can identify exactly which shows those came from, and they were on completely different subject matters totally.
Okay, so she's saying that they're on completely different subject matters. Now, really quick before I move on. So she is trying to imply that the judge recused himself potentially based on the fact of Kodo's videos that are spliced together. All right, again, the session in court. Do you guys remember what time that session started? From my understanding, I think it was 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Again, I'm on Pacific Standard Time. So how Kodo got these clips was by reaching out to me. I went and looked because they'd been looking for quite some time. Again, I'm on Pacific Standard Time. Kodo called me at 10:57 a.m. We talked for 9 minutes. I didn't have it in my possession at the time. I said I was going to have to look. So this would have been 12:57 p.m. Central Time, 2 hours ahead of me. So Kodo didn't even contact me until almost 1 p.m. before the second judge was about to hear this. The morning judge had already recused themselves. You can see at 11:17, I called her back saying, hey, I'm going to send it over to you. I found it. Okay, right here. Kodo's text, me and Kodo's text back and forth. You see right here, 11:20 a.m. That is 1:20 p.m. Central Time is when I sent Kodo my video right here with the clip in it. It took her a little while, and then she posted it later. So it was during the afternoon session when the new judge was already seeing it that by the time we even found the proper clips. So again, Betty, have the judge phone a friend to phone a friend, because we, Kodo and I, will gladly provide your attorney and the judge that you're trying to mislead people and misrepresent people with the truth. Her video wasn't even in play until after the judge had already recused himself. Times matter. Again, I'm on Pacific Standard Time, so you add 2 hours to everything, and there you go. But the funny thing about that is Betty is trying to say that these are about completely separate situations, right? So let's go over here to this video right quick from October 31st. Let's see what these were about really quick, because she's saying that they were about something completely different. All right. Let's figure that out. Do you think
Sumner County as well? So they're gun-ho. While Sumner County is trying to keep me in the hot seat, I really don't care at this point. There's some things worth fighting for, and if that judge wants to throw me in jail over First Amendment freedom of speech, then by God, that's what he's going to have to do. I'm not going to be pleading. I'm not going to be standing down, and we are going to be talking about Sebastian Wayne, Drake Rogers. We're going to be talking about the POS parents that want to lie about every single thing related to this case. And I am not, and that does not include Seth Rogers. Seth Rogers has been fighting right along everybody else through this nasty, vile crap that these two people that said that they were in charge of taking care of this boy have created. I'm not going to change my opinions or my commentary to appease a government body. Just ain't happening. Just ain't happening.
Well, seems to me like she's talking about getting the restraining orders placed on her. Seems to me like it's pretty clear she's talking about the same situation there, Bets.
And we have problems here. And I'm not going to sit here. Delilah, you're getting too... Excuse me, guys.
She's got to yell at her dog.
Sorry, she was getting a little too far. Hi. Hi, my beautiful.
Did you guys all see and understand those screenshots with the times and the screenshots and stuff? Again, Kodo and I were working together. Betty's trying to spin it that Kodo clipped those together out of context and that they were done, and that's why the judge recused himself. No, Kodo didn't even start looking for those clips until after the judge had recused himself. And then she didn't even post the video till quite a while after. So if you guys have questions, let me know. Again, just put into perspective, I'm on Pacific Standard Time. What you are seeing are my screenshots on my end because I'm Pacific Standard Time. So that is my time frame. So add 2 hours to all of that, and there you have it. And you know, or if you need to know like the time of the court and stuff, then go from there. But let's continue on. If you have questions, just ask.
Hey, are you enjoying yourself today? Is our beautiful Delilah enjoying herself? There's the rest of the Hot Mess Express. So as you guys can see, I'm just kind of...
She's sitting in her yard bitching. Imagine that. Bitching. Let's continue on. Let's find another timestamp in here when she talks about the judge.
Their stories doesn't make sense. A child's missing. You got the stepfather bragging about how they're never going to find Sebastian. It's really painting a very, very uneasy picture. And then we've got the police chief, his detective, and a lone judge in Sumner County saying, you're not allowed to have your opinion in America. We can't let you talk about it. We can't let you say, oh, it has to be in vendetta.
Seems to me like she's pretty clearly speaking about the judge in Tennessee. Seems to me like she's pretty clearly speaking about the judge's ruling in Tennessee. Does that seem to be confusing to you at all?
Over to my attorney. Now, again, we don't know what it's about, but I have to take all precautions necessary in case that's what they did. You did split. You could see differently that they were two totally different time frames, totally different areas, me in totally different clothes, and you could see it was spliced together. Because it's coming out of my mouth, and I don't really forget a whole lot. Dates and, gets a little hairy and stuff like that, but I can always remember certain things. But when it comes to my speech and the conversations I have, because these are shows, and so some of the topics are a little rougher, some of my excitement's a little bit different. I can identify exactly which shows those came from, and they were on completely different subject matters totally. One was based on the laws of Tennessee and the future of the youngsters. One was the content creators willfully hurting an innocent father.
Okay. Seems pretty clear to me that she's trying to misrepresent what these are about. So let's go back over here. Let's listen a little bit further.
It has to be a vendetta because you use your brain cells and you connected the dots and you followed the lead and it leads right back to that house and right back to those people, but you're not allowed to say it because if you do, we're Sumner County and we will arrest you. Okay, well, you're arrested. Bullhorn Betty.
Good night, Betty.
And I'm still talking about the fucking case. So you just wasted a shit ton of taxpayers' money for a whole bunch of nothing. I just want everybody out there, that the taxpayer in Sumner County, to know how wasteful they are of your tax funds. They can't go and look for a 15-year-old boy, but they can surely pull Bullhorn Betty from the state of Florida and make her come back there umpteen million times so they can try to shut me up from the truth. But they can't go and arrest parents that have a history of abusing this boy before his disappearance. Jeez. And a whole slew of lies. Must be a vendetta. Must be this vendetta. Couldn't be because we're following the truth. It's got to be a vendetta, right? It's got to be a vendetta. We have this horrible vendetta, and the vendetta is we seek the truth. So yeah, I'm seeking the truth, and if that's what this judge equates to a vendetta, is trying to find the truth and following the leads, then I guess I'm very vindictive. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew?
It shows you that what you need in a place like this to disappear a kid is just money and developers in your family and in the Secret Service or whatever it is, the Department of Defense or whatever, wherever they have all these stupid people at in their family. That's all you need, just money. Like they're 4 votes. Like you're going to be losing a hell of a lot more 4 votes by supporting them because their child's missing.
Oh.
We have flashlights coming from behind their home, one flashlight going back to their home, and the next morning a child completely gone. But hey, he left his shoes behind, but he's autistic. And this is what's so funny is these people are so stupid. Law enforcement, at least top brass.
Let's move ahead because we've got a lot to get through, and it's late. Let's go here. I think we're pretty clear so far that she's definitely talking about the Sumner County judge. Anybody have any questions on that? Anybody confused? If you're confused, put a 2 in the chat.
This altercation, and it was kind of, I kept it away from the public because it went to the integrity of the investigation, in my opinion. So I never talked about it, but it sounds like Tony has already released it to people. So I feel comfortable about talking about it now. But we learned back in April that the stepfather was screaming, he wishes Sebastian was no longer breathing. Not those words exactly. He said he wishes that he was DEAD. And that was, you got that coupled with the DCF reports that we can't talk about, we can't see, we can't know. I mean, we know that they exist, but we don't know what's in them. Coupled with this child just miraculously disappearing.
Are you guys actually confused? So what we are going back and forth with right here is Betty did this video on April 18th after the judge recused himself. Kodo clipped the video. Let me walk you through. Kodo clipped 2 different segments of that video and did a short. She did one where Queen Bee was reviewing it and part of mine. I showed screenshots proving that Kodo didn't even clip these until after the judge had already recused himself. I've already shown that if you back it up. Betty was telling you guys that
to take all precautions necessary in case that's what they did.
Listen.
Did split. You could see differently that they were 2 totally different time frames, totally different areas, me in totally different clothes, and you could see it was spliced together. Because
no question about that. 2 different clips, 2 different dates. Nobody's saying otherwise.
it's coming out of my mouth, and I don't really forget a whole lot. Dates and
She is trying to imply to her audience that this video is potentially what was emailed over to the judge and caused the judge to potentially recuse himself. And she's attempting to blame Kodo for doing it, which, again, Kodo didn't even clip these until after the judge had already recused himself.
gets a little hairy and stuff like that, but I can always remember certain things. But when it comes to my speech and the conversations
She always can remember certain things, okay?
I have, because these are shows, and so some of the topics are a little rougher. Some of my excitement's a little bit different. I can identify exactly which shows those came from, and they were on completely different subject matters. Totally, one was based on the laws of Tennessee and the future of the youngsters. One was the content creators willfully hurting an innocent father. 2 totally different subject matters, 2 totally different time frames, and they were spliced together and put out there. Now, they could have heard what the judge said, went and picked these things up and spliced it and started passing that around to drive the narrative. But if that's exactly what they did, and they actually interfered with court proceedings over this bunk spliced video that does not put into context what was really said, that is disrupting court proceedings.
Okay, so you get that. Okay, let's go back to this. Here you go. Remember.
I'm sorry. I don't need somebody telling me how to think. I can think very clearly. I do this every single day. I go through probably more cases than that Yahoo judge that wants to sit and judge
Miss Upper Thighs, I can see you.
me. It doesn't take rocket science to figure this out, but it does take evidence. But it doesn't mean we're wrong. We need to find Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers.
Yeah.
And I don't believe he's here. And the multiple times his stepfather has said, we will never find him. It makes me believe very, very inhumane things that may have happened to that woman. But hey, we're not allowed to think. Communist Sumner County, we're not allowed to have an opinion, a theory, or move freely in their county that they get federal funds from. Don't worry, Sumner County. I'm going to make sure those federal funds get a plug in them. Trust me.
Okay, remember, you just heard her say these are 2 separate subjects. She's not talking about the judge in Sumner County, basically. What are you guys thinking? You got it all wrong. Those are out of context.
You're working around the clock to make sure the federal funds, since you guys don't want to follow federal law, maybe it's time to start pulling some of the federal funds. The only thing that these counties understand is when they get lack of funds, when it starts hurting them in the pocketbook, and they're like, oh, whoa, you know, we probably shouldn't have done that. Probably shouldn't have done that.
I fucking hate when people lie and it's this easy to debunk their lies.
I know Marcia is spinning over the crap that's going on. I know that for a fact. This man needs to be stopped.
Do you guys really think she would be able to define communism?
And this is another thing I heard. Somebody sent me an email. Now, I don't know if this is true. I can't look into it, nor am I going to, because I don't want it to be perceived as you know, me going anywhere near them, talking to them or anything. I don't even want the hint of appearance of that. So I'm not looking at.
Oh wait, she can't be potentially saying that, you know, she doesn't want to go near them or give the appearance of that because why you're restrained? I thought you weren't even talking about this subject.
Into this. And I'm not going to ask anybody else to look into this. But I did get an email that I did have to delete that basically says they're moving. And they were asking me about it. I'm like, look, we heard about this in March. Remember that? We heard about this in March and everybody says that we were lying. I don't know if it's true or not true, but I would not be the best source to find out one way or the other. So just to throw that out there to everybody in the chat.
He's actually made the statement that she felt like they were trying to get her assassinated like Trump. That's been in the last 6-7 months too.
I'm not the source for that information. I can tell you that. I don't know. My suggestion would be, you know, maybe speak to another content creator that's more local. I don't know. But I know I've got several emails about that. I can't answer it. I'm not going to look into it until all of this shit is done. But once this shit is done, I'm telling you, they can drag this out as long as they want to. They can have me I'll move over to the freaking county and become a taxpayer if that's what they want. Doesn't matter to me. I'll do whatever it takes to get some answers in this case. You know?
By the way, that's her background. No, he's not mine.
I will. I'll rent this house out. I guarantee you this is a Florida home. It may not be a whole bunch, but our prices here are locked. I own this puppy free and clear. So if I rent it out for $2,000 a month, guess what? I bet you I can get a nice place over there in Sumner County for rent. A lot cheaper. Don't worry, Eric Craddock. I'll be voting for you in the next election. Watch me work. I'll vote for you. I'll be casting my vote in Sumner County on the next election.
Do you get to be considered a resident if you get an extended stay at the county jail? Asking for me.
That is going to be a plan. I am going to. They want me so bad in their community that they have to keep dragging me back from.
Does an extended stay in the county jail count towards residency?
Florida to Tennessee. Well, fine. I might as well give them what they want. I'll find myself a rental. I'll change my address. Watch me work. Watch me work. Tell me I can't move freely. I'm about to be a taxpayer. I'm about to be in your county commission meetings. I'm about to be in your city hall meetings. You guys don't even have a clue. Don't even have a clue. You guys see me. You guys see my beautiful face on the end of the phone. Don't worry, you'll see it in person there, Sumner County. I know how to get up. I know how to speak. I'm a great public speaker. Can't wait to start bringing my production crew in there to really hone in on the story there.
Oh, a production company.
Can't wait to be standing out in front of that courthouse. We'll do something. I'm telling you, this is going to be the.
Did Betty just talk about a production company? Her production company? No.
Biggest stain on Sumner County that they have ever. They're gonna wish that they never tried to violate my rights by the time this is all said and done. I will tell you that. They can fight me tooth and nail. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I believe in the law, and I know they're violating it. Period.
Oh.
And if they did that to me, then how do we feel? How comfortable do we feel that they're going to do a good job for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? I have lost all faith. I have lost all faith in them doing a good job for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I can tell you that.
I've never struck that whiny little bitch. I hope she plays me tonight. BJ, play this. You don't have to play audio only. Play this. Show everybody what your bestie's up to. Show everybody how you and the bestie are delusional.
His father lost all faith in them long before I did. I still held out hope until I saw what they were willing to do for these pieces of shit. And then when I realized it's all about the money and the vote, that's when I said, we got a swamp here. We got a swamp that needs to be cleaned. Nobody, and I mean nobody, should have to go through what I went.
Should I do the BJ and private my lives? Should I do that? Should I do the BJ and take him down?
Through in that county. I broke no laws. Not one flippin' law. Yet we have 4 people lying under oath, filing false police reports, literally breaking the law. And they're allowing my abusers to continue to abuse me through a court and legal process. I want them to understand that. And you know what? I have prayed to
pay attention right here because she just told us the other day after the judge recused himself that this wasn't what she was talking about.
God. I don't like saying this because I don't want this to be true. But But the only way they learn the error of their ways is when it happens to somebody that they love. And I pray to God it wakes them up in that county. The judge's grandchildren, I pray to God his grandchild has to go through something I'm going through. Because my family has to watch me go through it, and he didn't give a shit about me. But see, they got power and privilege over there because he's a judge. Kind of like this Joshua Brown in Daniela Mendiola's case, right?
Okay, so she said that wasn't what she was talking about, right? That's not what she was talking about. What were you talking about there, Beth?
You forced a judge to recuse himself. You should be held accountable for liability of that. And we are going to be pushing whoever the parties are that did this are held accountable. You cannot do that. What you did was wrong, and you literally had a judge recuse himself. So if that's not interfering with court proceedings, I don't know what is. So we'll see how it all goes down. I know he's doing a thorough investigation on.
So let's take a look at the second clip that was in there directly from Betty's channel. This is from October 23rd, 2024.
Contact anybody. I never physically or verbally told anybody to reach out to these people. If they got people spying on me, that's a violation of their no contact order. That's a violation of their no contact order. So I'd like to see how this plays out, but I don't trust this judge, and I damn sure don't trust this county. And I don't care if me not trusting them and saying that vocally is going to get me in more trouble with this judge, because I'm going to make sure that my statements are stated very clearly on these platforms as I'm going in here to be before this same judge that has already violated my rights. So I'm not going to.
Remember, she's not talking about this situation, though. We got it all wrong. Those were out of context, different times. Yeah, 2 different days you were proudly saying shit about the judge.
I anticipate him willing to violate my rights again for the people, right? The taxpayers there. I hope he looks at his grandchildren, because he has a right to uphold the law, whether he likes me or not, and do the right thing. But you know what? If he needs a Supreme Court or an appeal to slap him into common sense, I don't know. But I don't know how they're going to ever be able to prove that hashtags contact anybody, because you go search Google, go search it right now and say, can hashtags contact anyone? I guarantee Google says no. But I'm pretty sure the judge won't take that into consideration, right? Because it's not
pretty clear to me that that's what she was speaking on, isn't it to you? What do you guys think? Tell me what you think.
On this situation, and I hope the proper parties are held accountable for this montage and trying to force a judge to be biased against me. Trying to.
Oh, is that so? Trying to force a judge to be biased. Again, times matter. Kodo reached out to me first by phone, 10:57 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12:57 p.m. Central Time, after the judge had already recused himself, trying to find these clips. We talked for 9 minutes. I couldn't find him. She called me back. Still didn't have him in my possession. I called her at 11:17, said, hey, I think I found him. I'm sending him over in text. But that is my time zone. Add 2 hours to that. Again, the second court, the new judge was about to see old Betster as is, because that was 11:17 their time by the time I called her back. And I didn't even send the link to which video it was from mine until 1:20 p.m. Central Time to Kodo. And then she had to clip them and get it all done and then get them loaded. So the judge had recused himself way before Kodo even started looking for these clips. Fucking facts are really hard to follow, aren't they, Bets? And yes, of course, I had Kodo's permission to share our messages to prove that once again, she's a fucking ignorant liar.
Put your finger on the scales of justice. Yeah, we know we're in the lion's den. We know that there's a lot of backdoor dealings going on here, but they also have to realize there's an appeal going on, and the judges have to be very, 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 very careful because all of this stuff will eventually be flushed out at some point. And So I think the judge, in light of what I found out, did the right thing.
And no matter what she's saying or doing here, Artist Creek, it's her words. She's trying to rewrite history of what the context was of what those statements were when you just saw them. They publicly exist. If you want these, here, once again, I'll share them just so you guys have them. On her channel, Sebastian Rogers, The Hate Campaigns Never Stop, Channel 2, 33-minute mark, October 23rd, 2024, is where one of the clips is from, directly from her channel. Kodo did clip me and Queen reviewing these, but these still exist on her channel right here, October 31st, 2024, around the 45-minute mark, is where she says the second thing about the judge's grandchildren. Betty, you're a terrible fucking liar.
Sorry, guys. I have to blow my nose. It's still morning. I'm still waking up. I'm sorry. So I just wanted to come here. I was meaning to come here last night to tell you guys that. Hold on a second. Let me get out of here. I feel like there's something. I don't want to make you guys gross out first thing in the morning. So let me just go ahead and just get myself cleaned up here. Okay, I'm cleaned up. Sorry, my hair was up and now it's down, so it's got a little funky leg because it's usually up. But I came here last night, and of course I was hearing Granny's watching and stuff like that. I didn't watch her. I was just hearing about it. A lot of people, as you know, sent me emails. I don't watch her stuff. I will never watch her stuff. I don't believe anything that comes out.
Right.
She's just pure trash. But I'm not worried, and that's what I told everybody. I don't know what's going on. People have reached out to me. Did you hear this? Did you hear that? And I'm like, no, I'm on the road. You know, I had to prepare for a meeting with another attorney. So I had a lot of stuff going on, even with my travels back to Florida. So I didn't have a time to really pay attention to what was going on in, the ether. And then I found out, hey, Melanie, it's nice to see you. I'll say hi, you guys, in just a second. And so I started getting some information, and like I told everybody, is that I'm not really worried about it because it sounds from everything they said is it's whatever was dismissed, it was dismissed without prejudice. I didn't know how they were ruling on.
What? Dismissed without prejudice? Again, reading is fucking incredibly difficult for these people. Hold on. Let me grab that. You see that right there across the bottom of your screen? I don't know why people just make this so hard. Do you see that right there? The complaint is dismissed in its entirety with prejudice. Why do they lie so bad? Why do they lie so bad about everything? These are so, like, can they at least give us something challenging?
The anti-SLAPP, it sounds like whatever the rulings were, it's moved up to the appellate court or going to be moved up to the appellate court. And then we have also, it's without prejudice. So they have the right to refile this thing. And I don't know what they're planning on doing with that. But
and her people believe this shit. Like, they just eat this up. Page 26. Right there. Bold letters. Like, it astonishes me that people just go with this shit anymore.
Without prejudice, they have a right to refile. If it's with prejudice, that's a little bit of a different story. But either way, it'll all be fleshed out in appellate court. I know that this new age stuff is hard for especially older judges to grasp. But at the end of the day, we're going to keep pushing it. From what I understand, we're going to keep pushing it until somebody listens. You do not have a right to destroy people's lives. You guys are watching in real life what these people are capable of. They are capable of.
Meanwhile, as she tries to destroy Chris and Katie's life. All right. And how many other families and victims has she done this to? Okay, sure.
Of manipulating judges. They're capable of forcing judges off the bench. They're capable of a lot of trauma. They're capable of manufacturing stuff for the appearance. They're illusionists on this channel. That's all they are. They're illusionists. They're the Oompa Loompa Club of.
Now you guys see why I popped on really quick? Again, these are easy things to debunk. They exist. Their own words exist. She's in litigation, so she is not supposed to be deleting anything off of her channel. Does she still? Yes. The other one was deleting shit all along while they were in litigation too. They don't care. But the shit exists. It's their words.
Of illusionists. And that's what they sell, illusions. They don't sell the truth, because if they sold the truth, they wouldn't have problems just letting my speech be in its full context instead of clipping I have an hour show and they clip 20 seconds of an hour-long show and then take another show, an hour-long show, and clip 30 or 40 seconds from this hour-long show. It's bullshit. And they're trying to manufacture the appearance of improper stuff. I'm going to speak the way I speak no matter what.
Trying to manufacture. Well, I think it's pretty fucking clear to me. Again, you can go watch this yourself, but let's just listen one more time in bold.
I want them to understand that. And you know what? I pray to God. I don't like saying this because I don't want this to be true. But the only way they learn the error of their ways is when it happens to somebody that they love. And I pray to God it wakes them up in that county. The judge's grandchildren, I pray to God his grandchild has to go through something I'm going through. Because my family has to watch me go through it, and he didn't give a shit about me. But see, they got power and privilege over there because he's a judge. Kind of like this Joshua Brown in Daniela Mendiola's case, right? Got a judge.
Pretty easy to understand, right? It's pretty easy.
What? I don't care if it's a judge. I don't care if it's a lawyer. I don't care if it's a police officer. I don't care if it's just a dirtbag. I don't care if it's these people. I'm going to speak my truth. We are on here every day. We speak about these cases every day. I have a lot of opinions, and I'm entitled to those opinions, whether people like them or not. Whether the opinions I say may embarrass a judge, may embarrass a police officer, may embarrass a guilty parent of child abuse, or what the case may be. Even worse, right? This boy was abused. There's a history of abuse from his home, and he is all of a sudden missing.
We don't know if any of that is factual. Just because you say it's so doesn't mean it's so. You have yet to provide any proof of that. Mazen Blue, thank you for becoming a member. Welcome to the cabana.
After his mother was provided an ultimatum, him or me. That's all. What do you deduct from that? We also learned that he doesn't play games. We also learned his stepfather is completely a control freak and would not allow him to have a phone or any type of contact to the
Meanwhile, he had a phone. He played games.
outside world.
He had contact to the outside world.
Isolated from anybody and everybody.
Just because they were smart and locked down certain access to social media and stuff. Just because kids my girls don't have access to social media, does that mean, oh, we've kept them locked down from the outside world? Jesus, you're so ignorant.
Inside that home. This is a classic domestic issue. This is classic. All the check boxes, isolation, check. Mental abuse, check. We can identify that, because what do you call taking this child's underwear?
Not her digging herself deeper.
Away and making him stay and live in diapers. That's not abuse. That's not.
Actually, no, it's not considered abuse. If you have somebody that has incontinence issues and they wear incontinence briefs, it's not abuse. And you continuing to diminish and demean him on that topic is disgusting. Because while you're trying to shame the parents, you are shaming anybody and everybody that suffers from incontinence issues. You fucking ignorant buffoon.
Not mental abuse of a child. When his father says he has no problem with continent issues over at his dad's house, this child, his body is indicating.
I have Aura on my girl's phone, plus they have iPhones, so we have double protection on that. We can see every single link that they click on, and we have random phone checks too. They don't care. They leave them downstairs, and I have all their passwords and everything. They don't even try. They don't care. Thankfully, they know that they're not missing out on it. I love Aura. If you have teenagers and you want to see anything, highly suggest. Absolutely highly suggest.
He was in fear of something. That's what that problem tells you, that there was some type.
Heatherlicious, because BJ over there has a complete come apart about DA. It makes her feel ignorant. Duh. It makes me feel so ignorant. No, bitch. Me having duh in my name isn't what makes you feel ignorant. Looking in the mirror every day is probably more likely what it is.
A fear and or abuse inside a home, because normal children just don't start losing their continence. Okay, they don't have, oh, it's regression. Well, it's funny that only regression happened at their house and nobody else's. Because I believe when Seth says his son never had those types of problems at his house, I believe it. He had a much more relaxed environment that understood his son and his son's, disabilities. And he was able to.
Yeah, withholding medication sounds like understanding his child's disabilities and needs. Sure.
To gracefully work around his son's disabilities and explain things to his son in a way his son understood.
Hey, Terry.
And it was not that he wasn't a dad, not that his son didn't get mad at him, not that he wasn't, like a normal parent with a teenage child in their home. But
Marcy, that will likely be the next rumor, potentially.
He wasn't abusive toward his son, and he always wanted his son to know that he could do anything he wanted to do. Whereas in the other house, he was called an artard and God knows what else, a PUSSY.
Where's the proof? Where's the proof? Because those rumors were started from a neighbor that doesn't even exist. But carry on.
And we hear how Mr. Chris likes to egg people on, right? He likes to act like a really, really big tough guy online by
And you should probably do yourself a favor and educate yourself about anybody with disabilities or even a medical issue, because he had a 6q27 chromosomal deletion syndrome that can have organ issues alongside. You are so ignorant, in the way that you are speaking about this child is disgusting. Once again, completely smearing the dignity of the missing child.
telling everybody, oh yeah, come to my house, let me show you, blah, blah, blah. Well, I didn't even go to his house. I drove by his house with a camera stuck out. And that apparently is the most fearful thing in the entire world for this man. So much so that a month later, he decided to craft, and him and his family decided to craft a affidavit, right? That I was this horrible person stalking them. Well, I was in Florida the entire month of July. At what point was I stalking them in July? That was the crux of their July 25th affidavit. I'd like to know.
Oh, really? You weren't driving around in Mississippi, going into Ace Hardware, going into gas stations, asking them to look at their cameras and stuff? You weren't doing any of that there, Bets?
So, at what point I was stalking them. But I guess those are going to be fleshed out in court at some point. So we're just going to keep going down this road. We keep collecting money. We keep putting it in the legal fund. I just expect this stuff to eventually, I know they're going to be pulling and tugging, because I really truly believe everybody is totally wrong in this situation. And I think they all know it. This is not something, I'm dealing with legal scholars here. They're not idiots. And I'm not going to.
Ma'am, you want to talk about legal scholars? You said numerous times that your case in Pennsylvania was dismissed without prejudice, and here it is in bold letters. But you want to talk about legal scholars? Okay.
Sit here. So what I do believe is that what they are doing is 100% intentional, willful, deliberate, and malicious. And that's going to be my stance from this point forward on. It's going to be my stance from this point forward on. And we're going to keep fighting, and because I'm not having this on my record.
Angel, Michelle Lee is Tony's right-hand chick. She pretty much manufactures all of their approved lists. She does a lot of their spins on Twitter. She is very active and controlling the narrative for Tony. She is one of Tony's girls that does a lot of his spins. She was actually a mod for Julie up until recently, until they couldn't control Julie. And then I'm assuming she probably lost her wrench. But she has a whole spin like that. She is right beside Tony at all times. Hey, Stitching, good to see you.
So there's going to be hell to pay at some point. So we're just delaying the inevitable. That's all I'm going to say. Figuratively, now that I have to say figuratively speaking for hyperbole, because apparently people can't understand. I have a right to even be sarcastic. I have a right to say things. I have a right, this place.
You should probably learn how to speak English. Hyperbole.
We'll call this place Communist Sumner County. I think that's the most appropriate name for that place is Communist Sumner County, because they actually think that they control how people walk, talk, and what they say online. And good gracious, don't forget those fucking hashtags, right? Because, oh my God, those hashtags, the Dewey Decimal System of Google, it's going to take you down.
Dewey Decimal.
We're contacted. How were you contacted? Well, our friends called us, and how erratic this lady was. Oh, friends did it. People that support you did it. This lady did. No. Do you have any evidence or information to provide this court to say that she instructed people to do that? No. Why? They're friends. They were people that I'm reaching out to them. That's going to be, they're stretching this an awful lot. I'm done with the court. I'm going to let my attorneys handle it. But I do not trust this from the very beginning. Stuff that they have put me through. I don't know what else. I guess I don't understand.
You put yourself through everything that you're currently going through. You made the option of driving from Florida to Tennessee to continue to keep the parents of a missing child under surveillance. You chose to trespass. You chose to get out of your car in the middle of traffic and verbally accost Terry Bowersox. You made the choice to go on live and talk about getting a GoFundMe for a Pew Pew. You made the choice to continue to avoid service. You made the choice to continue to go back to Tennessee and taunt them and make video after video and continue to push your luck. You made the choice to go by Chris's job site, by the RV park. You made the choice to do every single one of these things. You made the choice to break the law.
If the judge knew about these threats and recused himself within minutes, why not assign a different judge before the hearing? Because I think he was weighing in on his mind, whether he was going to do the right thing or not. Because exactly what you just said. He was going to allow those proceedings to go forward. But I think he understood, and I think he knows for a fact, no matter what, we're appealing all of this. If it does not, there's no way hashtags contact people. Anybody out here in the social media or Google world knows that. And now if they want to try to act like they're stupid, they can. I don't think these people are stupid. I think they know that there was no.
Do you guys want a quick eyesight change really quick? Just because it's kind of the cutest thing you'll ever see. Well, maybe not the cutest thing you'll ever see, but pretty damn cute. Where's my... Sorry, a tree fell on it. I lost my mouse for a minute. Hanker's is sleeping out here by his mama. He's out cold. The Hankster. Hard at work.
Contact you. But because of their the people that fund their campaigns might be behind there. We know that second generation is a developer. I deal with developers all the time in my community, and I know that they have a lot of pull when it comes to our county commission and our board of county commissioner and our city councils. That's why I'm in there all the time. I want to make sure that my politicians are paid for by these developers. They only have a few developers in that area. Second generation is one of their top ones, so they have a lot of political pull. And this is one of their family members. And this is, I think that I'm not going to say too much about it, but I think that the elements that I will eventually need to bring will be there. So we'll just keep moving forward with what we're doing. I knew going into this was going to be an uphill battle. Even if everything was dismissed the very next day, I knew that this was going to be several years long. And it's going to be several years long because this is not over. They have picked a scab with Bullhorn Betty. They have violated.
Oh, sorry, I am muted. Sorry. Kyle's distracting me with Amanda's Hank. Sorry, guys. What kind of dog is that, Amanda? It almost looks like a little Cocker Spaniel. Oh, it's so cute.
My rights, and this is not about me anymore. This is about true just content creators in general. We are press. We have freedom of press, no different than mainstream media. And it is time for somebody to hear this and understand it. And so this is going to be, for me and for social media, in my opinion, a historical situation, because it's going to allow us to move forward in our jobs. And it's going to give me vindication first and foremost.
Oh, it might be historical, but not in the way you're trying to spin it.
But it's going to give me the power.
You've already been a part of a history-making court ruling in Pennsylvania because you are the plaintiff that lost the first anti-SLAPP in the state of Pennsylvania. You will always be a part of history in court orders. This one right here that got dismissed with prejudice. Miss Legal Beagle. Sucks to be Betty.
Show this point forward. Social media has a right to be there. We have a right to drive by homes, take photos of crime scenes. We have a right to do everything any other journalist is allowed to do. It's not stalking. I drove by a fucking house with a camera hanging out of my car to get context of what it looked like at night. Not a crime. Even if I wasn't a journalist and I was just a looky-loo, still not a crime. None of this is a crime. They're taking nothing and making something, but they cannot make nothing out of something for two people that abuse their child, have a history with the Department of Children and Family Services, a history with counselors outlining the types.
Just because you have a history with Child and Family Services does not mean that you have been deemed abusive. Again, we've never seen the CPS records. We shouldn't have access to them. And from my understanding, they're not what they are explaining as is.
Of abuse he felt he was receiving from his home. And they did nothing until he disappeared. They still are doing nothing. And Sumner County, mark my words, well, by the time this whole court proceeding and everything is resolved with Chris and Katie and the Bower Sox, I guarantee Sumner County would have spent more time and more money on Bullhorn Betty than they did looking for this child here or spending the resources on this child. When I found out that Seth had...
That's actually incorrect, because the massive search that Sumner County put on for Sebastian was costly. Again, you are so fucking ignorant.
Had to wait for funds to be available for them to print flyers of his son. The law enforcement, they have no money.
But the TBI had a shit ton of them, and United Cajun Navy left him over 10,000 flyers when they left. Do you forget that? So once again, what is this about?
Or he's just not important enough. He's just not important enough. Because they're telling Seth when he goes up there, they have to wait for the budget to allow them to print flyers.
And I thought that's what Seth spent his GoFundMe on. Oh, Lord. You guys want to switch gears for a little bit? I do. I want to switch gears. So this one is over there. She's really pissing and moaning. I heard she's a little upset with the whole nonsense. I heard she's upset with nonsense. I'm not interested in her little drama games. You know what I am interested in, though? Is reminding people about the filing that she's a part of. Reminding people of what she's actually said, what she's actually claimed. You know, the things that come out of her mouth. She can take all the little low shots. She can think she's pumping up the people that can't stand her. I love that for you. I love that you think you got something. So we're going to pull out a Hartley clip really quick. This is the amazing Hartley that caught this. Let's take a little walk down memory lane, shall we?
Honestly, I hope you feel just so proud of yourself for being, you know, the meddling busybodies that you are.
Oh.
We are not the same. We are absolutely not the same.
So from now on, just so you guys know, reading court documents, doing timelines, putting things together like exhibits and what they claim in court documents, you know, actually doing research and laying it all out so it makes sense, because it was nonsensical and none of it would ever make sense as is. But that is meddling busybodies coming from somebody who classifies themselves true crime. All right. Gotcha.
The same.
We
So-
stand proud. Yep.
Huh?
We stand proud.
We stand
Yes.
proud. Ooh.
And I'm gonna say I'm obviously perfectly aware of today, the decision by the judge, and it is what it is. At the end of the day, God knows my heart and my reason for why I took part in the litigation. I took part in the litigation to make what's happening now stop. Nothing more and nothing less. Not for money, not for attention, for a judge to tell people to just stop. Right? So,
Oh.
Exactly.
I mean, I respect the court and their decision to do whatever it is they, you know.
So are you admitting yet that you let's see, where's the button? Where's the button?
Oopsie, made a oopsie.
Is that what you're admitting? Oh wait, hold on. I think we need this one.
Am I right?
No.
Do you guys get my drift? Do y'all get what I'm smoking? Do you pick up what I'm putting down? Like, just because you
Are you down with the get down? You guys understand?
That the judge deemed to do. It's from my understanding, they're appealing. For me,
Kyle's over here distracting me watching Mocking Media. Okay, I'll watch it in a minute.
I'm just gonna be perfectly honest. I don't want it go any further. I would like to
Tap out. Taparoo.
how do I say this? Let me finish thinking of how I don't even know. I'm trying to like carefully. Let me see how I can say this.
You know what I can say? I can say this.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
You're getting too old to be lying like this there, BJ.
I kind of just want to say, I might as well, because I honestly don't plan on talking about this for what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, I just want to kind of talk about how I'm feeling and move on from it, because just remember, God, do not mess with my anointed. Have faith that it's going to be okay and claim it. I claim it for you. Well, and that's what
You're claiming what? Ignorance, bankruptcy?
I like what Zeus just said. And thank you, Wendy.
Incompetence?
Not all rulings are right. That's why litigation
Confusion?
is debated every day in Parliament. This was not a failure. It was an incentive for better competency in filings, good, accurate in retrospect. Good occurred in retrospect. Lord, I can't even.
Oh, good occurred. Yeah, I agree. The fact that something good came out of it. Granny will to tell the court exactly the impact that these lies have on her life. So we'll barbecue. Yeah. We're going to get Coke.
Thank you, Zeus. Okay. How can I say this? Our SF Investigates made a post that he would help anybody track down my assets and take all of my like.
Is it still really bad? Hold on. R2D2. R2D2. Hold on, I'll be right back. Thanks, girls. Are we better? Are we better? Sometimes it does that. I don't know what it is. If it gets bad, I'll switch it to the other. Hold on, let me share this again. It's probably because I have seriously 500 tabs open per usual.
No.
Actually, I only have like 23 tonight, but still.
But we'll know more when there's another hearing.
Thank you
to discuss the specifics, but
you guys were on that shit. Chico, Pika, they knew I wasn't paying attention. I was on the other screen. Chico, Pika, and Duchess. All three of them consecutively at the same exact time. I'm not even joking. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you, lady.
I don't even know. I don't even know like what to say, but other than it is what it is. I'm over being people's targets. Like, somebody explained to me, did y'all see this today? What SF posted? What is it? Why do you have a vested interest in me? Why is it because you think I'm an easy target? I'm going to tell you now, if anybody wants money from assets, especially, I don't got a pot to piss in. Absolutely nothing is good luck. It ain't like I don't own anything. Nothing's in my name. I own nothing.
Yeah, you should probably not have said that.
Yeah, I mean,
but carry on.
I kind of figured that, Brittany, and you're good. You're good.
I don't own it.
Yeah, I would really probably not take her advice, but carry on.
Single thing. And not only that, like,
but you publicly boasted about having a rental property.
Okay. There's people that are saying, that
you own a YouTube channel.
There's people that are saying, okay, first and foremost, there are no commutative damages. The judge ruled against that.
Commutative damages? Again, because reading's fucking hard. It says, while Pennsylvania's anti-SLAPP statute does not preclude punitive damages, this court declines to award such damages at this time. Meaning that when they go before the judge, that it can be ruled upon and determined at that time what the punitive damages are. And if they are not awarded punitive damages, they will do a countersuit. It is not that hard to follow. Carry on. But she calls it commutative Commutative damages.
The only thing that has to be paid are the court fees, the attorney's fees. That's it. There is no commutative damages.
Commutative damages. Have you read the filing yet? Asking for me.
She
Have you read the ruling yet?
He decided against that. So that's,
well, she didn't even decide anything about commutative damages because the word is technically punitive damages.
anybody that's saying anything about damages, you can completely punitive. Did I say commutative?
Numerous times, yes.
Yeah.
Just punitive damages. There are none. Those are thank you, Justin. But that's a no-go. She ruled against that.
Again, reading is hard. Declines to award such damages at this time. That's it. That's all.
Granny keeps saying that when they go to court, they'll argue that. No, the decision's already made.
Again, this is difficult. I understand. It is difficult. So let's go over here. Let's just continue to watch. Let's see what we've got. Okay, that one we're done with. Let's pull up another one. Let's take a little look-see-loo. What do we got here? Let's go back a little bit to her speaking about the judge. Which one do I want to start with? This one? Is it this one? Okay.
I'm going to get upset that many of us have been around this community long enough to know that they have done this on several innocent people, missing people's back. It's wrong. It's wrong. And that's what everybody that's here needs to remember. Let them sit there and celebrate and do all this stuff. The cracks are always going to show. They didn't face the judge that's going to judge that ultimately.
Yeah. That's true. And not to mention the stuff that she said too.
Yeah.
That's it, Lola. That's let me explain my part one more time because they twist and
she's going to explain it one more time.
Contort everything.
Okay.
My part was, first of all, Seth was at the top about Sebastian stopping all of the chaos and all of the misinformation and the slander that was being perpetrated towards him and his son. Okay, that's one. No, that's at the top. We around that have experienced the same type of trauma from these people were to show the pattern of behavior, right?
Oh.
I'm someone that's experienced harassment and bullying from Granny for 2 years, going on 3.
Oh.
My point, aside from showing a pattern of behavior, was also to ask the judge, hey, please make this woman stop. She's unhinged. She's putting me in danger. And I want to make it clear, the judge didn't say that any of that was untrue. So you know what I mean? Like, she didn't deny any of that.
Oh, really? Really? That's why, again, did you read this yet? Have you read what the judge actually said? That there was nothing to back up what you were. Hold on. Let me just go up here. Let's see here. Let's go to emotional distress. Oh, right here. As to the claims for defamation, can you see that? Yeah, you guys can. Defamation purportedly asserted by the plaintiffs Mattress, O'Donnell, and Hat. These plaintiffs too. There's nothing in here about you, even in the defamation part, except down here. Altogether, plaintiffs Griffin, Jackson, Mattress, O'Donnell, and Hat have failed to establish a prima facie case of a legally sufficient claim for defamation against defendants, such as defendants are immune from suit and these claims must be dismissed. What about intentional infliction of emotional distress? You're listed here too. Oh, and guess what? At the end of it, Once again, this court notes that the alleged YouTube broadcast podcasts have not been quoted or specifically referenced. Without the specific statements of defendants vice versa, the plaintiffs asserting an IIED claim, the court cannot determine that any statement was so atrocious or outside the bounds of civilized society to have caused harm to plaintiffs. It goes on to say that these claims must be dismissed. So, come again? Tell me again. What was that you were trying to say?
Nor did she say that there's no recourse for each and every one of the things that were alleged in there, that only remain allegations because the lawsuit wasn't for, I don't know, per se defamation, harassment, fraud.
Oh, wait, but it does say right here, those claims. Oh, right. The complaint is dismissed in its entirety with prejudice, meaning you can't refile on those claims in Pennsylvania.
Forgery, I could keep going with the list. They didn't get immunity from that. They got immunity from being enjoined to not be able to speak.
100%. Tony, hey Tony. Tony says, find me the last time that barbecue spoke sincerely about Sebastian, but yet she panel hops like the rest of the people starving for attention. Yep. That's what it's all about. Right. Yep. We know reality. All right. Let's keep going. The energy. Why let it ruin your day?
It ain't.
Why let it get your blood pressure up?
But you know what, though? It ain't. But you know what? It is the fact that I supported Granny this entire time. For her the people in her fucking chat to say the shit they said, and for her to sit here and act like I'm fucking, you just bought me so you could have one spot on my panel one time. That's fucking crazy as hell.
Well, you know what? One thing I always find super interesting to go back to is where she reads her declaration. Let's look. Let's find that, just because I think it's important to remember. I think it's important. Let's go.
I actually thought that,
hit the
Brittany,
main
no
topic, but
offense, but I thought that too, because they're
my children.
Oh, this is her reading her declaration and her reasons why. It's amazing how things get changed over time.
What they have done has torn apart not just my professional life, but my personal life as a mother, a daughter, and a person who values kindness, honesty, and peace. I have lost count of a number of times that I've woken up in a cold sweat, terrified that someone might follow through on the threats that Granny and her followers have made against me. She didn't just stop at insults or gossip. She looked straight into her camera and told me, "I will make you an effing victim." These words haunt me. It's not just fear for myself, but it's the gut-wrenching fear that I may not be able to protect my children. How can I explain to my kids that their mother is being targeted by strangers on the internet, people who seem intent on ruining our lives? I try to hold it together for them, but inside I'm broken. The words Granny uses to describe me, a lazy, wasteful piece of shit, aren't just casual insults. They cut to the core of my identity as a mother who works hard to give my children the love and stability that they deserve. When she says those things publicly in front of thousands of people, I feel the walls of my world closing in. My children have seen me cry because of these things. I try to hide it, but they notice. How can a mother explain? The strangers are attacking her, saying horrible things, calling her names, and trying to destroy the life that she's worked so hard to build. The most painful part of this has been watching my children ask if they are safe. Granny and her associates have implied that I neglect or harm my children, saying things like, quote, "You won't ever catch me driving with my children unbuckled standing up." Those comments go beyond personal. They attack my ability to be a good mother. I have spent sleepless nights wondering if someone might actually believe those lies and come after me, or worse, my children. As a mother, there's no greater terror than the thought of your children being hurt because of the lies and hate spread by strangers.
I am so sorry, Britt. I am so sorry that they keep doing this to you.
Hold on.
Breaking my heart.
I'm going to skip through that little meltdown.
No,
I'm going to, again, skip through.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm really sorry.
Okay. I'm actually a little embarrassed. I don't want to even admit that because, like, I'm at that point where, it's like, that's just not, nobody wants to admit that this has affected me the way that it has, but it has. And one of the reasons that I have agreed to go along with it is for my kids, for number one, but number two, and obviously for Seth and Sebastian, because it is a pattern. And if people say that this is not connected, it absolutely is. It's all a collective group of people doing the same crap. Case after case after case after case. How many more? You think Sebastian's case is bad? The next case is going to be worse.
I guess you failed to prove that in your court papers, huh?
We aren't the problem.
Oh.
Us coming on here sharing our thoughts, ideas, and opinions on a case is not the problem. The problem is when you have people going live day in and day out trying to rip somebody apart because we have an opinion.
Oh.
That's not right.
Oh.
I mean, where do you draw the line, right?
Exactly.
I mean, if this is okay, the next case it'll be worse, and it's just going to keep getting worse. And people from the outsiders are like, "Oh, it's no big deal," because you don't speak up. So you have to speak up, or else the next person is not going to speak up, and it's going to just get worse for the next person and the next person, and God knows what will happen.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot to admit how much it affects you.
Exactly, and that's another thing. I want to do this to try to prevent the next person, because the next woman may not be as strong as I am, or be as strong as Seth is, or be as strong as chasing crime is. You know what I mean? Like,
this was strength all along.
And I'm not, please don't, I'm not asking anybody to feel sorry for me. Don't.
Okay, don't.
I know, exactly. I know. And that's the problem. Cognizance. I know I've covered many cases, but I have never seen the toxicity at this level on any of the other cases that we've covered. Summer Wells is right there at it, but I think this one tops the cake. Like it's the topping, it's the icing. But let's go ahead so I can get to Chasen's part 2. All right, it says, the most painful part has been watching my children ask if they are safe. Granny and her associates even implied that I neglect or harm my children, saying things like, "You won't ever catch me driving with my children unbuckled standing up." By the way, that never happened. That's complete lies. Those comments go beyond personal. They attack my ability to be a
Meanwhile, she actually admitted that she got a ticket for said incident.
good mother. I've spent sleepless nights wondering if someone might actually believe those lies and come after me, or worse, my children. As a mother, there's no greater terror than the thought of your children being hurt because of the lies and the hate spread by strangers. This campaign of hate has also impacted me financially. Before this started, I was proud of the work I did, and I was able to support my family. Now people who once trusted me no longer want to work with me. The lies, the accusations, the threats, they've destroyed the professional relationships that I've worked years to build. And the worst part is, I'm not just losing business. I'm losing the ability to provide for my children. How am I supposed to rebuild my career?
Well, in your declaration, you admit that you're a business owner. So I guess you do have a pot to piss in.
When my reputation has been torn apart by people who don't even know me. My mental health has been shattered by this. Every day I wake up with a knot in my stomach, wondering what new attack will come. I'm exhausted, not just physically, but emotionally. I feel like I'm constantly walking on eggshells, afraid of one wrong move. Afraid that one wrong move may lead to more lies, more harassment, more attacks. The anxiety doesn't just affect me, it affects my family too. My children have seen me cry more in the past year than I care to admit. I've had to cancel family outings, miss important moments, and withdraw from the people that I love because I'm so consumed by the fear and stress of what might happen next. At times, I've broken down completely. I've sat in my car in the driveway of my own home and just cried because I don't know how to protect myself or my family from this kind of hate. I'm a mother just trying to raise my children and do the best for them. I've had to tell my kids why people are saying horrible things about their mom online. I've tried to shield them, but it's impossible when this campaign of hate is so public and so vicious. Your Honor, as I sit here writing this, I'm asking that you, not as a plaintiff, but as a mother who is desperate to feel safe again, I want to wake up one morning.
You might have wanted to ask her as a plaintiff because you were asking the judge to rule on your behalf as a plaintiff. Next time you're in a court filing, you might want to become a plaintiff, not as a mother.
Without the fear of what might be said about me, or worse, what might be done to me or my family. I just want to live my life, raise my children, and provide for them without this cloud of fear and hatred hanging over me. I'm asking for justice, not just for me, but for my children who have seen their mother's spirit broken from a relentless cruelty of strangers. I'm not fighting to clear my name, but to protect my family from the very real and ongoing threats that this coordinated campaign of harassment has caused. The psychological, emotional, and financial damage has left scars that will never fully heal. I'm pleading with this court to recognize the very real harm that these actions have inflicted on me and my children, and to hold those responsible accountable for the destructions they have caused. Then it says, I, swear to affirm under the penalty of perjury, documents under that the foregoing is true and correct. I understand the false statements herein are made to subject to penalty of perjury and other applicable laws.
Well, and that's her admitting that she knows it's under the penalty of perjury. Isn't that ironic? Don't you think? Hmm. Well. Let's go over here. Let's see what else she had to say.
Is you look like you're about to like you've gone the way that you looked in that freaking court photograph. You look like you ain't had sleep in about 10 days. You might want to get some rest there, buddy. For real. It's good for you.
Or use some of that cream that Clue swears by that is making her younger.
Allowed it to happen. So the really final straw was when Granny and Barbecue went to court in Pennsylvania for what did they go to court for? It's when they actually had to show up at court. What was that for? Was it for the anti-slap? Anyway, whenever they went to court, we were waiting for, we were hoping that they were going, it was the anti-slap. We was hoping that they were going to get a judgment like that day in our minds, because we didn't know what to expect. In Barbecue's mind, my mind, everybody's mind, could they make a judgment that day while they were in court? And so we had a conversation, and, it's been me and Emily and Eniki and Barbecue.
So BJ is playing Tammy, who was once associated with Barbecue.
Conversation that, we prayed and hoped that everything would be good. And me and Eniki, because Emily and Barbecue went to court, we were kind of just sitting in the back, just waiting to hear what happened at court. Like, we were on standby. Actually, Eniki was on vacation with her family on a ski trip and didn't even go out with her family, that her husband and kids that day. She actually stayed in the room waiting for the phone call, because we didn't know if it was me.
Y'all are fucking idiots. Craig knows everything about all of my channel and all that goes on. Why don't you move the fuck on already? Clue, move on. Go. Go. Good God.
Go. Move on. Just go. Just go away. Let's see. There was something else. There was something here that I wanted to play in this one. I don't remember what it was. Let's see if I find it. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Hold on. Hold on. It's this one. This is the one I wanted. Because she decided to go after my buddy. Guess what? It is always, when in doubt, blame the Duchess.
Did y'all not see it? It was Duchess. See it. It was Duchess.
It was the Duchess. This is from last night.
I've never heard of these guys. Put a 1 in chat if you've heard of these guys. Hey, Duchess. No shit, Clue. I was like, what? What do you mean Seth was on the line? I was like, what is the line? And I did a couple searches. I was like, holy fuck.
So Duchess snuck out last night and she went over to Jay's. Okay. So then what happened? Let's look. She didn't say anything at first, but do you think she's going to? Oh, yeah.
I can't.
I don't know. I never knew that was possible. Have the ability to shut your feelings off at any given moment. What I say to that is, I don't think you feel it all.
Oh.
That's a heartless person.
Yep.
Just a heartless person.
You ever want to know why it's easy for her to do this? There you go. There's your answer.
He said, I'm Seth Rogers. My son is missing. I have a missing son. Code Red! Duchess!
Oh my God.
Duchess says, Code Red, Tony, come get your boy.
Wow, Duchess. Shame. Look at this. Duchess.
Shame finger, Duchess. Shame finger. Shame finger.
Code Red, Tony, come get your boy. Duchess.
It's more embarrassing that they put a code red out with the agency that you were co-plaintiffs in a filing with. You should be more embarrassed that that's actually something that they did call the code red than you should be worried about shaming Duchess.
Don't you know about awareness? Hey.
She sure does. She brings awareness to the missing every Monday, sometimes Thursdays. This week, she's had to postpone because she is actually sick as shit. So I'm here.
Hey, Jay, are you that dense? Think about it for a minute. I know I'm gonna have to slow
You calling anybody dense?
step it for just.
You're gonna have to slow step something, bitch. You slow stepping?
Your boy.
Wow, Duchess.
I think I got a button. I think I got a button response for Duchess. Let's see, which one is it? Oh, this one.
Darling, correct me if I'm wrong, but at some point in your life, perhaps when you were a child, someone took you aside and said, you are important. You have something important to say. People are dying. They're clamoring to hear your opinion. Did that happen, darling? Well, if so, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they lied to you. Nobody cares. Your opinion is worthless. It's trash. Keep it to yourself.
I mean, there you go.
Shame. Look at this. Duchess.
Duchess.
Code red, Tony, come get your boy. Duchess, don't you know about awareness? Hey, Jay, are you that dense?
Not her.
Think about it for a minute. I know I'm gonna have to slow step it for just a second. Duchess, shame on you.
I don't think you've probably seen a fast step in years, let alone a two-step.
I thought you were an advocate, right? Doesn't
Duchess never claimed to be an advocate. She uses her channel to share missing children's flyers. She's never claimed to be an advocate. She brings awareness to the missing and is a full-grown ass adult who does what she wants and says what she wants. Can't say the same for you.
Doesn't Duchess pride herself on being an advocate for those who with a missing kid?
Nope. She has never once called herself an advocate, to my knowledge. She brings awareness. Yep.
Code red, Tony, come get your boy.
Again, you should be more embarrassed that your co-plaintiffs actually put out a code red.
Really, Duchess? That's what you're about? Hey, Jay.
You want to know what else she's about? I got another button for you. Right here.
I'd like to see the police report.
We didn't call the police.
Why not? Why not? Were you all drunk?
Yes, no, ma'am, I was not drinking.
Drugging?
No, not drugging.
No.
They slept together, Your Honor.
Just a second.
Admittingly,
Listen to me.
Slept together.
Listen to me.
Okay.
I know my customers.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 50 years.
Okay.
50. 50.
My apologies.
Very good.
You might want to notice that her hand was in a sling for breaking her hand with a boxer fracture. I mean, carry on.
Let me spell it out for you, right? Since you want to talk to me like I'm stupid all the time.
You're gonna spell? Do you know the alphabet?
By him giving his name, Seth Rogers, that's all they need.
I thought you were gonna spell.
Because when they go to their Google and they search Seth Rogers, Tennessee, boom. Guess what's going to come up, Jay?
Boom.
Sebastian Rogers.
Wayne Drake Rogers.
Come on now. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Jesus, I can't even believe it. I have to spell that out.
What'd you spell? What'd you spell?
Duchess has never been green team. Mm-mm.
No.
Duchess, I don't know what she is, but this ain't. I thought she was,
You know what Duchess is? She's a beautiful, talented, empathetic, compassionate, amazing human being that does incredible work for missing persons, missing children all over the United States and beyond. She dedicates her time and energy to doing a little part that she can do. It's actually a major part. Her and her team, Arctic, Mind of Monsters, others, do incredible work bringing awareness to missing because she chooses to give back to society and do something. It's not her job. She don't get paid for it. She's got a monetized channel, but it doesn't even remotely cover her time that she invests into making all of the flyers that she does. She's smart. She's kind. She's honest. I know that those words are all foreign to you, but that's all of something Duchess is.
Doesn't she pride herself on not going after family members at all? Here she is mocking Seth for trying his best to bring awareness for his son.
She's not mocking him. She's telling Tony to come get his boy because he intentionally clicked a link on an atheist channel and asked for prayers. That's it. That's all. You can make it into something bigger. You know, we're used to you guys liking to try and spin stuff about Duchess. Sounds like Smiley and you. Oh, hold on. I got another one.
Bitch, if I said some shit and you looking for apologies, scram, now you bother me. I meant that shit. Ooh, nah, bitch, if I said some shit. Now you calling me an idiot, but you're still not getting it. Yeah. I meant that shit. Every word that I said, bitch.
And there's that. So what else are you gonna say? What else you gotta say?
I can.
But listen, and she's like, "Oh God, don't hold on, guys. He's gonna serve him his ass." What is wrong with it? Oh God, I can't.
Ooh, she can't.
There's nothing good and decent in these people. You either, Duchess. You
evil black-souled petty Betty trash bag Karen having ass Duchess. Gosh darn it.
Either. You are just as low as the rest. You, oh God.
The prayer thing's irrelevant, Seth. I have no use for prayer. I don't think it has any effectiveness. But reaching out to people to say, okay, here's what's happened. I'm willing to reach out to anybody. And if
Oh God. So terrible. Duchess is free to go where she wants and say what she wants. And she told Tony, get your boy.
And a successful resolution is my ultimate goal. End quote. Then this person says, why? That could bring him home. So Seth must have said that. And they're quoting Seth.
No.
Ellie said that, sweetie.
Now let's see if anybody in her chat. Where you at, Duchess? This was long. That was a direct quote.
Why don't you correct her, Duchess?
Let's see if they correct her.
Selective memory, yeah.
Let's see how.
You guys want to talk about selective memory? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. Truly don't think you do. Because let's go one more place right quick. Because I love this for you. Let me go find the one that I played earlier today on Granny's. Let me go see. Oh, is it this one? Let's see. Let me see. Nope, that's not the one. Let me find it. Let me find it. I about fell over when I heard it. Was it this one? Is it this one? This is what happens when it's late at night and I have way too many tabs open on my computer at once. It gets to be fun. I get to be like, which one did I do it? Which one is it? Pick the one. Come on down. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I think it's this. Oh, it's this one. I got it. Here we go. Come on. Defamation. That's the key word. Oh. Let's share this one instead. This was from the 19th. This is from, here we go.
Somebody sent this shit to us in an email. He's not a predator. He's not. That right there that's dangerous. Threaten me. You want to threaten to take me to court for defamation while you're sitting there defaming this man, and boy, let's not talk about the.
Oh, I'm going to leave that one alone, but I've got my own opinions there.
It's the fucking truth. Get the fuck out of here. But you want to sit up here and cry defamation? Bitch, there are court records that fucking prove you're a goddamn liar. And
oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. No, no, no.
Nope. That's defamation too, bitch.
Oh, that's defamation. She knows what defamation is, even though the judge clearly stated that right here, as to the claims for defamation purportedly asserted by plaintiffs, and then it goes down, these claims must be dismissed. You can read it. It is page 22. She obviously hasn't done so.
Nope. No. That fucking judge never said that the things we said weren't true. My declarations were 100% true. 100%. You can bank on that because everything that I come with, I have physical documentation to prove it.
Then why didn't they make it into the court filing?
And when a countersuit comes, I'm ready for that shit.
So you weren't ready for your big 10 plaintiffs taking on 2 defendants and 50 Jane and John Doe's, but you're going to be ready for a countersuit?
That'll be my day.
Oh.
So you can run with the lies. I don't give a fuck who.
That'll be your day, huh? Your day for what?
Who you are. Read it. Read it. That judge never said anything was not true. If anything.
Okay, let's do what she demands us to do. As to the claims for defamation purportedly asserted by plaintiffs Mattress, O'Donnell, and Nick the Hat, these plaintiffs too are public figures or limited purpose public figures. A review of the counts of the complaint filed by these plaintiffs reveals not one single quotation attributed to either defendant, Granny, or Barbecue. Plaintiffs Mattress and O'Donnell merely allege that defendant Barbecue made statements that they say are more than mere insults and damaged their reputations. Plaintiffs failed to plead with specificity any of those statements. Additionally, Plaintiff Hat identifies neither a particular defendant nor a particular statement, merely stating that the defendants made several false statements. Altogether, plaintiffs Griffin, Jackson, Mathis, O'Donnell, and Hat have failed to establish a prima facie case of legally sufficient claim for defamation against defendants. Such, defendants are immune from suit, and these claims must be dismissed. Are we supposed to read something else now? Let's hear it.
She said that it should be under defamation and harassment claims.
Right. Where's that? Where's that in the filing in the 26 pages? Where's the judge's statement to the plaintiffs that it should have been under defamation and harassment? Where's that?
You are a liar.
You know who is a liar? You. Because not only does it say that, it also denies that your claim about intentional infliction of emotional distress, it denies that specifically. It also denies Betty's. It doesn't even recognize yours. Interference with prospective business. Invasion of privacy, public disclosure of private facts and false light. You, once again, yeah, I mean, there's that. But the most important part right here is right here. It's done, and it's dismissed with prejudice.
You are a liar. Did you even read it?
They just filed it wrong.
Oh,
no. The judge never. That's why she left the doors open.
For what door? What door is open? The back door? The front door, the side door, the non-existent door? What door?
You know,
The attic door?
if you know, there could be what do you call it? Like a separate harassment if one of us wanted to go after them for defamation.
No, it distinctly, very specifically states the complaint is dismissed in its entirety with prejudice. Where's this other ruling that you supposedly read that must exist? Is it in invisible ink? Do we need something new to decipher this?
And harassment. He's such a liar. You lie.
Oh.
Oh, you lie.
Ooh.
See, and this is the problem right here. And this is one of the reasons the judge got it wrong.
Oh.
Because now people like them are going to run with that. And
the judge got it wrong. I thought you just said the judge left the door open for you. You didn't tell us which door, the doggy door?
They're going to say that the judge, like they're going to use this, right, as precedence to say that they're in the right for the shit they're doing. And it's just not the case at all. Tennessee had 37 active hate and anti-government groups in 2023, equating to approximately 5.2.
Oh, speaking of hate groups, yeah, I understand why you muted your husband last night. Sadly, people were screen recording and you tried to cut it out, but it exists.
Such groups per million residents. Wow.
Good night, Austin.
Well, and I don't want I don't want to do that again.
Oh.
There's nothing about me that wants to do an injunction. And that's not what I'm saying at all.
You're taking your ball and running home now?
I'm not saying anything about the judge left it open for an injunction. No.
You just said the judge left it open, the door open. What door?
I'm talking about separate defamation or harassment filings.
Again, it's not complicated to read this. It specifically addresses defamation right here, BJ. Very clearly and concisely. Right here. Right here. As to plaintiffs Griffin and Jackson only, the complaint identifies purported direct quotations of the purported defamatory statements of only Granny. Ms. Griffin claims to have been defamed by defendant Granny by the statements tragedy pimp and grifter. Ms. Jackson claims to have been defamed by Granny by statements that she was a lazy, wasteful piece of shit, and that Granny stated, "You won't ever catch me driving with my children unbuckled and standing up." But there is no identification of any specific time when these statements were said, or any evidence corroborating the suggestion that these statements were made by Granny. There is also no reference to who heard these purported statements and how these statements were said, or that they caused actionable damage to either Griffin or Jackson. While she makes a vague and general allegation that the defendant Granny, in calling plaintiff Jackson a lazy, wasteful piece of shit, caused her humiliation, damaged her personal and professional reputation, and or affected her professional standing, the complaint does not otherwise describe Miss Jackson's purported professional reputation. Further, the complaint does not identify any person who heard the statement or describe how the purported statements have caused a loss of these plaintiffs' credibility. Again, such specificity is required in the Commonwealth under Rule 1019. Similarly, as to plaintiff Griffin, she also makes a vague and general allegation that defendant Granny, calling her a tragedy pimp and a grifter, and purports that this is evidence of defamation per se and caused damage to her professional reputation. The complaint does not otherwise describe Ms. Griffin's purported professional reputation. Further, the complaint does not identify any person who heard these statements or describe how these purported statements have caused a loss of these plaintiffs' professional credibility. Again, such specificity is required in the Commonwealth under Rule 1019. Moreover, there is no allegation that would establish that any of these statements were false, and to the extent that they were Granny's subjective opinions, they are not actionable. Then it goes on to further talk about defamation. And it states very clearly these claims must be dismissed. And then at the bottom, it says that it is dismissed with prejudice.
Are possible. Yeah, Gypsy, I've talked to a couple people here. We have such amazing people on this channel that I honestly am so thankful. There, many of y'all have reached out to me and told me that if I did a fundraiser, that people would help me with attorney's fees. And
oh, now you need attorney's fees for a fundraiser, right? Say it ain't so. The last time your people set you up a meeting with the court, you didn't show up. You had to wait till you was a missing child, huh? I see how this works. All right.
Trust me, I'm not above it. So, I'm just, I'm not going to say a whole lot here.
Shocking. You're not above it? You're not above it. Who would have thought you're not above it? Huh.
Here, but yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You've also had some in your chat offer to help you.
Yeah.
They get in contact with you.
Yep. And selling shirts, like the only thing I could compare this shit to is it's like the Lifetime movies, like where you see the fucking it's so like vile that it's not even real. Like that's how this is. Selling shirts. Girl, why waste your breath on them? I wouldn't play their content at all. Answering back to them does. If it was you, I would ignore them 100%. I have ignored them. I've tried everything. Guys, if y'all don't mind, please take a second and click the thumbs up. Sorry, I know I'm pressing on that, but that's a free way to help.
Mystical butterfly, you're correct. Yep. Don't ever tell them your chess move. Just keep that to yourself.
Yep.
Oh, now they think they're playing chess. All of a sudden, now they're playing chess. Yeah. Oh, sure.
Hey, Cletus, barbecue. What? Wait a minute. I've seen a lot, but what they do to you and BHB is really next level. It is. Brittany, do me a favor and show my community post, please. Don't know who that is, but I want them to see my response on their post. Okay.
Let's play one more little part right here. I think I've made my points pretty clearly.
Talk about Sebastian. They said for you to stop lying on his name. Stop accusing him of SAing people. Stop accusing him of being the same as the person who victimized him. Stop defaming his father. And that judge never once said any of that wasn't true. She said that it should be handled in a harassment and defamation case.
Where was that stated? Can anybody help me? There's some really intelligent people in here that have read all 26 pages. Have any of you found that yet? Have any of you found where the judge said that?
I see you're an idiot. You don't even spell correct. Oh, what a burn. I see you're an idiot. You don't even spell correctly. You can't even speak proper English. So what?
Not only that, but I'm very happy. Matter of fact, I'm elated. You know why? Because I fucking won. Because when the truth is on your side, you will always win.
Nope.
Yes, ma'am.
The truth isn't on your side. The truth is not on your side.
Then why didn't you prove it?
Your counter defendant was just exposed for faking emails. What do you mean?
It doesn't matter. They had no correlation.
The truth is on your side.
And where's the proof?
Are you kidding me?
Where's the proof that Granny had anything to do with that? Where?
And to have won, you sure are one miserable biatch. An absolute miserable bitch.
I really don't think Granny's that miserable. She might have been tired. She might have been exhausted. I wouldn't say miserable.
Give me a second.
In fact, it was good to hear her laugh some today. It's been really good to hear her laugh. Who would have thunk it?
Oh, Lord.
Ooh, Sasha, probably.
He tried to kiss her, I think. They're saying he tried to kiss her and she wouldn't.
What up, Andy? It's definitely invisible ink. Solved it. We solved the case. Let's see what else.
I'm done with the, like anything else from this moment forward will be on my own, right? Like I'm over the And that's nothing
Oh, she's going lone soldier.
against anybody else, but like I respect the judge or the court's, and the judge's decision. I respect what she said about it. And
you do? Do you know what she said about it? Because it seems to me you don't really understand what she said.
I just want to. Does that make sense?
No.
You just want to move on. I understand.
I just, I'm.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at now. I'd like to just do whatever I can from this moment forward to try to have peace. Does that yep. I don't want to.
She just wants peace, positivity. Sure. Meanwhile, she's over there currently concocting lies, poking at me, thinking she knows something about something, trying to get attention, trying to make buddies with some other channels that think they know something or are poking at something. Again, you just want peace. Poor little Brittany just wants to be left alone.
I don't want to say anything about what I want to do, but yeah, I'll leave it at that. All right. Let's see. Oh, look. That's cute. We're just kind of scrolling through a little. The White Rabbit says, I got one more thing to say about the billboards for Sebastian. To the haters, slobbering and complaining.
She just wants to be left alone. Wah, wah, wah. Let's see. Hartley had another one over here. Let's see what it is. There was another one. Hank is running around. Let's look at this one just because we can. Then we're done. I made that pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty straight to the point tonight. See, Brittany, when the truth is on your side, all you have to do is go clip things. You don't just have to say things and hope that you throw enough shit at the wall, something will stick. I know you're kind of used to having shit on the wall, fly traps more specifically, but I don't even think they're sticking to the walls anymore. Anyways, when the truth is actually on your side, you can walk it back. You can show the proof. You don't just have to run with other people's bullshit to try and bolster your bullshit narrative lies. Well, you just want left alone. The poor Brittany. I just want to be left alone to target and harass more families. Leave me alone. You sure like to fucking poke, don't you?
Don't. No, Emmy, I'm gonna be honest with you, Emmy. Like my question is where we're good. We're good. What you said last night, Emmy, has sat with me and is.
You were so happy to call Emmy a friend. You were so excited that Emmy encouraged you to give At Night Media a second look. Give Nick the Hat a second chance, right? I said it back then and I'll say it again. I think she's been trolling your ass all along. How'd that work out for you?
Made me feel some weird ass type of way. Last night.
Oh, and by the way, for anybody that thinks what Bullhorn Betty said about Julie the other night was vile and disgusting, when the gloves come off between Betty and BJ, you can guarantee that what we said to Julie is minor in comparison of what Betty is going to say about BJ. She can't stand BJ. And BJ called her proudly an opportunist many times. They don't like each other, but they're both opportunistic pieces of shit who decided to use a grieving, vulnerable father of a missing child, their words, not mine, for their own personal vendettas and self-seeking missions. Meanwhile, completely smearing the dignity of a missing child. Oh, I gotcha. I'll show Duchess's post because it's chef's kiss, as she hates me saying.
You said on my panel that I can't get past 500, that everybody else watching me are hate watchers. I don't appreciate that. And then you go over to Jay's tonight After, do you know that do you know what they did tonight? Do you support what they're doing to Seth? Fuck what they're doing to me. Emmy, do you support what they're doing to Seth? You go over there tonight, Emmy, and you go over into Jay's chat and you start giving Clue advice on her computer. Do you not see what these people do, Emmy?
And to the ignorant bitch that went up on our panel the other day and said something about nonsense. You've always been irrelevant to me, but you don't need to lie, because you can go back and see that I didn't body shame her for quite some fucking time. Meanwhile, I sat there and took over and over again that I was, are you a man? Lady LaDude, are you a man? You must stand by that shit, okay? And then finally, over time, when I had enough, I finally stooped to her level. So while you continue to expect me to have these standards that are so high, and you continue to sit there and cheer her on as she goes low and disgusting, and you condone all that shit, just remember, I don't give a fuck what you say. But again, facts are easy to prove. And it took a long time for me to even go that low. Because truly, she does enough damage on her own. All you have to do is play her words back. But hey, you guys sit by that and condone it, right? Have fun.
Night after night? Listen, you don't got to be loyal to me. That ain't what I'm asking. But the fact that you could go over there and support those people after what they do to all of us. Do you know what Jay was doing tonight, Emmy? I'm gonna show y'all what Jay was doing tonight, right? Y'all. Seth called into a Christian station today. His son is missing. Jay went live.
Christian, atheist, all fucking the same, right?
And she covered it, and they bashed and made fun of him. Why do you support that, Emmy? I'll call it. And then you come on my panel, and then you tell me that I got more hate watchers than I do viewers.
I mean, it's true. You've said it yourself.
Like, a friend don't say that shit. Or it was I don't care. It was
You know what? I asked people to hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down button the other day, and they did. I usually don't even ask for that. In fact, I think I've asked for it like 3 or 4 times. My pre-records, usually I slide it in there. I don't ever ask for it. Does that get under your skin that some of us don't even have to ask people to hit the thumbs up button or show up for our streams or self-promote ourselves all over or anything like that? Does that get under your skin?
Atheist podcast? I don't know. The fact is, they mocked him for calling in. Forgive me, it's not a Christian podcast. It's not a Christian channel, but still, this man's kid is gone, and y'all mocking him on Easter. Forgive me. Sorry, I thought it was a Christian network. I don't know. I've never heard of it. Emmy was, so I'm asking Emmy, what is up with that?
Tomato.
No, you were giving her advice on how to help her with her computer. Do you not like? Fine, don't participate in the back and forth, but how do you support them? And then come up on my panel and say shit that makes it look like you're trolling me, Emmy. It was a Christian channel that was a troll. Look, I don't know.
It's an atheist channel.
The point is, the man gets made fun of every day. Even on Easter, he can't catch a break.
Hey,
I think
Terry.
it looks weird. And while they're over here telling me that Emmy's freaking over here.
Considering how that went, my perception is they actually handled it pretty well. Again, I think he went there for a reaction. Do I blame him for trying to get the word out? No, but it's a little interesting he didn't mention his child's name. I don't know.
Telling me Emmy's straight up trolling me and laughing about Emmy.
I have no explanation for anybody's behaviors.
Saying shit to me on my I don't trust nobody. Not a soul. Why do they? It don't matter. Why can't they leave that man alone? Why can they not leave that man alone? He's going through enough. Y'all want to talk about everybody going after Katie and Chris? Guess what? I couldn't tell you where Katie and Chris were at today. I don't care. Why?
I bet you if they would have popped on a panel, though, you would have known exactly where they were, right?
Why can't y'all give him the same grace?
Did you not have somebody following him to church this year? Taking pictures that you guys all were so proud about seeing of Katie walking out with the child in church?
If you don't like it.
Oh, was that last year's shit you guys pulled? What about the Mother's Day stuff? What about every other holiday that you've mocked her and ridiculed her?
I'm fine. Why do you got to chase
Easter is off limits, though, huh?
the man around? Stalker much?
I wish some of you could fucking open a dictionary and learn the word stalker and what it actually fucking means, because all you diminish the actual capacity of the word stalker and what it truly implies and the dangers that true stalking has. But again, you guys are true crime, right? You're true crime.
Y'all were weird. Ain't none of us over here stalking Chris and Katie. I can't do none of this. Nope.
You're too busy keeping your mom's attention on all of us so you know what we're all doing. Who's on duty tonight? Which one? Yvette?
I'm done with it. I'm done getting shitted on.
Shitted on? Why are you getting shitted on? Sounds like a personal problem to me.
I'm done being freaking. The litigation is over. So what are you doing? There is no
It's actually not over yet. There's still another upcoming court hearing. And then there might be more to it, actually. You know, but that would be if you read and understood the filing or had a conversation with your attorney that supposedly is representing you. You might know that it's truly actually not over yet.
Litigation anymore. So why are y'all people?
You're still currently in litigation. It's got another hearing.
People still stalking me. Why? Why?
Nobody's been stalking you.
Jay, what?
Reviewing your public commentary on a public platform is not stalking, never will be. Not today, tomorrow, or any other day.
What's your reason now, Jay? What was it that you said before, Jay? Oh, maybe next time you'll think about it before you do a RICO. Litigation's over, Jay. What's your excuse now?
Because she wants to? Because she can? I don't fucking know. Because showing the harm that you guys do to families, victims and their families, the constant pattern of behavior. Well, a lot of people just have opinions and, you know, talk shit. There's some of us that see the reality of what's being done to these families over and over again, and we're done with it. We're done with it. Let's read this. Let's read this. This is from the beautiful Duchess. I can't read it in her sweet Southern voice, and I'm not even going to try. But it says, BJ, aren't you precious? Highlighting my comment on Every Day with Jay. I said what I said. With all due respect, I'm not an official advocate on YouTube. I'm a social media awareness creator who shares awareness for missing cases, creates missing flyers for free, and covers a few true crime cases. Secondly, it's my First Amendment right to believe what I witnessed last night was stranger than fiction. You are 3 gallons of crazy in a 2-gallon bucket. Plus, you ain't my mama. Don't bring me into your bullshit. I'm entitled to my own opinion. According to your live last night, you are so triggered that you're going to slow walk it back for me. Honey, when God put a calling on your life, he already factored in your stupidity. Bless your pea-picking heart. You do that, boo. Guess who ain't got to explain shit to nobody? I don't give a fuck. Starring me. When a Southern person says with all due respect, it means you can kiss my ass. In the South, aren't you precious translates to at least your mama thinks you're pretty. And bless your heart translates to can you really be that stupid? Bitch who asked you. A bitch who didn't ask you. Sincerely. Signed.
Bitch, if I said some shit and you looking for apologies, scram, now you bother me. I meant that shit. Ooh, nah, bitch, if I said some shit. Now you calling me an idiot, but you're still not getting it. I meant that shit. Every word that I said.
And that's all she wrote. I think we've made our stances very clear. Any questions before we leave tonight? Anything about the Betty stuff that you guys have questions about? What she's trying to twist and turn and do? Any questions on the BJ stuff? Let me know. I can answer them before I leave. But the one question I have for BJ, have you read the filing yet? Have you read it yet? Have you read this sweet, wonderful, legal ass whooping that says right there, you know, right here in bold, the complaint is dismissed in its entirety with prejudice. Oof. Things that aged so well. I think we covered all bases. All asses, all bases. Oh, Terry, never. She has to have her co-signers. She's got to have her hype women, her yes women. Yes, BJ. Yes, we stand with you. We go through hell with you. They were going to go to jail for 20 years, and now they're not going to jail. We cry with you because we were all wrong. It took 75 of us to gather all these exhibits that didn't even make it into the court filing. We got you, girl. We got you. We got you. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Actually, this was a lot of fun. I love the After Dark streams when we can get a little cheeky and just say what we have to say. So, well, BJ is over there trying to talk about something she don't know shit about by other people that don't know shit about shit, that just keep looking for attention. All I have to do is go back to her words. I don't have to fabricate shit about her. I don't have to do any of that. I can just take it right back to the facts. This is your legacy. And I, for one, will continue to etch it in your YouTube legacy because you're so proud of your career, right? You tried to claim in your declaration that we heard you read that this impacted business relationships. Now, did it? I didn't see anybody knocking on your doors. By the way, can you find what door the judge left open? I'm sure she would like to know what door she left open. Now we just have to wait to see if your asses are going to have to find your way to Pennsylvania to face the defendants in court, or if you'll get to do it over Zoom to get your legal ass whipping. And then we'll find out if there's going to be a countersuit filed afterwards, or what happens from there. But I, for one, can't wait for that date. I can't wait for the defendants getting to tell you exactly how you impacted their lives with all the lies and the frivolous insanity that you willingly, knowingly signed on for. Because it was free. It was free. Off the back of a missing child, while further exploiting the child's grieving, vulnerable, broken father. That's you. You did that. Those are your words. This man is a broken, grieving father. Well, you just exploited him further. Huh. You made history, BJ. Not women doing something profound and amazing. You made history by being one of 10 plaintiffs in the first anti-SLAPP ruling in the state of Pennsylvania. Your name will forever be etched in court documents when they quote this filing for the upcoming anti-SLAPPs. This will make cases from here on out something to be so proud of, right? All right, y'all. I'm out of here. I would be too. True crime Karens. I would be so mortified. Truly. But they're proud. They're proud of this. ASC, she's doing great. Yeah, she is doing, her foot healed up really nicely, thankfully. But that was a little freaky. It was a little, I'll say that those scorpions, we, today the professionals came and sprayed. We called the Orkin man. Meanwhile, the internet melts if I'm the Orkin woman, you know, gosh forbid, nonsense can't be out there taking care of pest control herself. You know, we got to make sure that the gender roles are really specific around here. Don't let nonsense loose with a blowtorch and a blacklight. She might hurt some feelings on the internet. Idiots. And I also, one other thing I've got to say, can we stop with the fucking weird shit on the YouTube streets of if a woman is talking shit to a man and a man talks shit back, that there's some like inequality here? We're all equal. You talk shit, you talk shit. I don't understand that shit of, oh, how dare a man? You can say all the things to a man, right? You can demean, diminish, imply all the things. But when a man fires back, it's, oh, clutch my pearls. If you're a big enough girl to talk the shit to the man, you're big enough to hear the shit talked right back to you. It's fucking weird as hell. It's so weird. And BJ, will you try to tarnish my reputation or think that you are doing something of any substance? I hope it feels really good that you have to mute your spouse because his beliefs are so extreme that those type of beliefs are actually considered hate crimes. Now, burning cookbooks is definitely not a fucking hate crime. But that rhetoric that your husband so proudly stands by, some of that can be considered hate crimes. Guess who I don't have to mute?
Usually.
Well,
All the time.
sometimes. Anything you want to say?
Hank.
Anything you want to add to this?
Nope, you got it.
Any shit you want to talk?
Not really.
You want to throw your wrench around?
Not really.
Too heavy for the night?
Yeah.
I do hope you guys all have a really wonderful rest of your week, though. I don't know if I'll see you guys tomorrow or not. I got to pack. If I can, I do need to do my cheap hoe fashion show with you guys because I do have a whole Sheen haul, and I need to pack tomorrow. So if I have time, I might pop in members only and do a little fashion try on show. I did try on some of the swimsuits I got. One of them I like. One of them's cut kind of weird. But don't worry, Revival will make sure I know it's not good. She's always making sure. Becky, what are you wearing now? But if I can, oh, hold on. Hank wants to say goodnight to you guys. Hold on. Say goodnight, friends. Say goodnight, friends. I'm gonna chew on my mama. Say goodnight. Good night. Good night. But we will be you goofball, you little goofball. He's so big, you guys. It's crazy. We will be taking you guys with us, not for the whole trip, but we will be seeing you guys some when we are on vacation. If we find some cool things to show with you guys and we have decent service and stuff, we'll pop on and see you guys. Maybe we'll pop on from the house a couple times. So, Hank's gonna Revival. I'm actually a little nervous of how he's gonna do. He has separation anxiety if I go to the garage. I don't know how he's gonna do, but I think he'll be okay. He's a mama's boy. What can I say? Huh? He loves his mama. He loves his mommy. Huh? Don't you? Okay. All right, that's my earring. Leave it in my ear. Leave it in my ear. Where are you going? What you doing? Okay, we don't need to climb me. Okay, we're gonna get in the chair behind me. Okay. This chair's not big enough for both of us. You're too big, buddy. he's he can't. He needs the whole couch to himself. Sue. He actually has 5 cat friends. His best friend is a year-old bottle-fed kitten that's named Whiskey, Mackenzie's baby kitten. That's his best buddy. She chases him around and slaps the shit out of him and all the things. Like they're a mess. Our household is a zoo. Seriously. He is just a baby Joe. He'll be 4 months old on the 28th.
We don't have a press run.
Oh my gosh. That bird. You guys remember the bird I was showing you guys the other night? Some of you guys remember that bird? That fucking bird is funny as shit. But can you imagine if we had a bird yelling at him all day long? That would be crazy. They are terror. It's the funniest shit. It gets a little chaotic though, because just when I get for the morning time, like when I get up, I try to get him ran around and like get his energy ran out for a couple hours. And then by the time I get him ready to take a nap and like calm down, Whiskey's getting up. Yeah, Meg. Preston he's a cockatoo? Is he a cockatoo?
Yeah.
He's a cockatoo. You want me to show? Hold on. There's still 500 of you here right quick. This is actually who we're going to Florida with. It's some of their good friends. This is their bird.
We could go see him.
Yeah, he's actually, when we leave Florida, he's going to visit them. I'll show you the bird. Hold on. He's fucking crazy though. It's the funniest shit ever. Let me grab press. Good. Hold on. Okay, if you have headphones in, take them out or turn your volume down. Turn your volume down really quick. Headphone warning, because this is loud as shit. And yes, it's a bird, but it is loud as hell. All right, here we go. This is Preston. This is Kyle's best buddy that owns the mini cow farm. He's really good friends with these people, and they have a couple of his mini cows. So this is their bird. He's headed to see them when we leave Florida.
Look, you're not coming over here. You're not. Don't do it. Bentley, watch out. I got to put my feet up. Hey, get out of here. No. Well, stop. Why do you want to fight? Why do you want to fight? Why do you want to fight tonight? Hey, I brought you home toys and a skateboard. Hey, quit. Preston, no. Why hey, you're acting like a cracked chicken. You're acting like
This is Preston.
I'm not running from you. You're acting like a cracked chicken. That's it. Highest bidder gets you tonight. Highest bidder gets you tonight. You're out of here. You're out of here. I can't stand you tonight.
You freaking hold on. I'll find it.
No.
Right? I do too. I love him so fucking much. I love him so much. Oh, hold on. Here's another one. Yeah. We can go with Chad, but responsibility.
What is wrong with you, man? You better be nice to me. You need help. it. I'm close. That's it. Preston. We're going to do the highest bidder again. You don't want to go nowhere? You better be glad. I was about to give in.
If you have TikTok, this TikTok account is called Monkey See, Monkey Do Ranch. Katie K, thank you for being a member for 5 months. They have a kangaroo, they have monkeys, they have every type of animal you could ever imagine. Like, it's just wild. They have mini donkeys, they have mini cows. Let me see. There's another one. Let me find you guys another one really quick. He sings and dances. He's just wild, and he is a daddy's boy. He loves his dad so much. He's definitely Zach's bird. Oh, is this one? Free dancer? No, that's not one. Hold on. Let me find you one where he's doing something. I want to find the bad boy one.
Preston, tell everybody you're going to be on Inside Edition tomorrow.
Hold on.
Oh, gross. You two bad actors.
What?
I was in the other room. I thought you were playing Betty.
Are my green beans good, Pray?
Oh, hold on. I'm going to find you guys one. I'm going to see if I can find the I'm a bad boy one. He's just freaking crazy. He torments the women and like chases them and shit. It's so funny.
It's not only on TikTok. I think they're on Instagram.
Do they have a YouTube channel? I haven't looked to see if they have a YouTube channel or not. I'll look. They might. Kyle's looking right quick. Hold on. Just a second. There's all sorts of videos. I mean, there are just a ton of them. Oh, here's one where he attacks.
Go. Get off there.
Hold on. Katie K, thank you so much.
Go. Get off.
Katie, thank you so much for the support.
There. Get. Stop. Preston.
Adorable.
Hey!
Hey, quick.
Stop.
Hey.
Hey, man, you're doing too much. No, you stop. You're doing too much. Hey.
Look at him cocking.
That's not nice. Preston, go back over there. No. Stop.
Oh, Christ compelled you. Do you know how old he is?
Preston, get back over there. Get back over there. Get back over there. Preston, no. Preston.
The head tilts kill me.
Stop. Preston.
I'm a bad boy.
Give me my shoes. Get. Preston, go.
Look at him down.
Stop it. Yeah. Bye.
I'm not a bad boy.
Get over there. Go.
He's an ass, but he is so freaking funny. He is just wild. Let's see. Where's one where he's dancing? Is this one? He might be dancing with Zach here.
NorCal Gym. Sounds like my mother-in-law.
There he goes. He's so calm for Zach too. That's the man. And he crawls all over him, takes naps with him. Look at him dancing. Yeah, it's called Monkey See, Monkey Do Ranch. They're really good people. They're really good buddies of Chad's. Kyle's best friends, good friends with them. Daddy is jacked. Yeah, Meg, for sure. Hey, stop. Okay, enough. No more chewing on mom's fingers. No, stop. I'm not your tutor. Thank you. Oh, he's freaking hysterical.
Hey.
Isn't he cute though? He's all over there dancing. He dances all the time too. You can see the monkeys. There's multiple monkeys. Like I said, they have a kangaroo. Let me see if I can find the kangaroo. They have a mini donkey that comes in the house. These are.
And all I can say is help.
the mini donkey and the mini cows. They have monkeys. Oh, here. Here's the kangaroo. Watch. I think it's a kangaroo. Somebody said there's another like smaller one or something. I'm not really sure. But
Yeah, they do have a YouTube.
they do?
Yep.
Okay.
Same title.
Like, what do you do with a kangaroo? Like, what do you do with that? Like, I'm not really sure. Get knocked the fuck out? Like, what the hell do you do with a oh, it's a wallaby. Yeah, a wallaby. Thank you guys. What the hell though? Like, okay, enough, buddy. That's enough. Oh, here's him and the dog. Him chasing the dog. Look at him. Preston's just a terror. He's just a terror. The dog's chasing, and then, I mean, look at him prance around too. They're just best buddies over there. Look at him, how proud he is. Prancing all over the place. He's so freaking cute, though. I mean, they're just cute as shit. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Round and round they go. You think we have a zoo? Look at all the chaos there. I mean, how... Here he is. Oh, here's one of the monkeys riding one of their dogs. Oh, two of them. Here they go. Look at how... Like, what the hell? Isn't that crazy? Like, what the hell? Oh, here's a up close of the thing. Oh, no, it's a kangaroo toot. They say it's a kangaroo toot. Look at that thing. Can you imagine? I'd never come home. You guys know if I ever went there, I would be like, okay, oh, here you go. Look at him. Now, look. Okay, right there. Look at the... No, I'm sorry. I'd get knocked the fuck out by that thing. He wants to box. No.
That's a good idea, YouTube bad actors.
No.
You should do this every time.
End it like this?
Yeah.
They're so much more pleasant than... Oh, here's one of the babies. Here's one of the baby minis. One of the minis. Look at that face. Look at that face. He needs a blowout. Look at that face. Let's see. Oh, there's another baby. Look at that baby. Oh, look at the babies. Let's see. Where's Preston? There's Preston. There's the kangaroo. There's one of the multiple monkeys. Kangaroo and a donkey. I mean, what could go wrong? An ass and a kangaroo. I mean, this is... Look at that. Look at that kangaroo. Look at the mini donkey. Like, what the hell? They're just freaking adorable. Look at the little donkey. He's dancing for his dad. Look at him. Look at Preston. Oh, Preston. Let's see.
What is it?
Did you hear the way he was talking to me?
What?
He's a daddy's boy.
He's pissed. It's unacceptable in this house.
Right, NorCal? He's an absolute dick.
He loves that.
He loves his dad, though. It's just, it's so funny the way he is. Like, see, look at him. He's all calm. He's just chilling. And then let me find another one where he's just being absolutely crazy. There's one where he's chasing her around the kitchen. See if I can find it. Where are you? They have so many freaking... Oh, they have a camel. Yeah, they have a camel too. I mean, it makes sense. There's the monkeys and the mini cows. What could go wrong here?
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I've never seen anything like this. Truly, like, what the hell? Go make sure you guys go follow him on social media if you like this kind of stuff, because it is truly just I love their channel though. I just love watching all the different animals and all the different things with Preston. There's Preston and one of the monkeys.
Thank you for the love that you give.
They're just dancing around. Aww. Aww. How cute though, truly. Aww. He's watching Preston like, I'm not sure what Preston's gonna do. They're just so cute. Okay. Oh, I would never come back, I'm telling you. Here goes Preston again.
That'll be right back, Preston. He went to go get Bella from school. Okay? He'll be right back.
He's waiting on Dad to get home. Oh, a mini giraffe, right?
Hey, now. I'm just trying to comfort you. Don't be doing this, man. Preston, please be nice.
It's Monkey See, Monkey Do Ranch. Monkey See, Monkey Do Ranch. Monkey See, Monkey Do Ranch.
He's coming right back. Oh. Okay, he's Hey! Man.
He's so proud of himself too.
All right, man. I'm gonna tell him he's got to put you up when he leaves. Yes. No, I'm not a bad boy. You are. That's not nice. You got to be nice. No.
Preston runs the show.
You gotta be a nice boy. You gotta be a good boy. Yes, you do. Why do you want to be so mean and negative? I'm trying to be nice.
I mean, how could you not just? Granted, the yelling might get to be too much at some point, but I just love it.
Dance, Preston. Oh, wow. Shit. All right, I'm done. I'm done for the day. Put him up.
Oh, this is where he mocks her.
I'm
When he
done.
mocks her. He's so proud of himself. Look at him.
Look, no more, man. No more.
When he gets that head tilt, it's the funniest shit.
Preston. Go over there and be nice. Go back. Go. 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 I'm about to grab the broom. You're going in your cage. Go.
He's like, and what are you going to do about it? My dad's not here. I can do what I want. I can do what I want.
Nobody wants to argue with Nobody wants to hear you or argue with you today. Blah, 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 blah. You just can't you can't help yourself, can you? Preston, please. See, I like how you listen to your dad. Preston, be. No, you stop. No. Preston. Let him under the covers.
He's just got something to say about everything. It doesn't matter what he's doing.
Preston, what are you doing? You just got the bread, man.
Hey.
That's not cool.
Hey.
That's not nice. Will you get on me? Look at you being all sweet and stuff. You want to just play on the couch since Daddy's not here? There you go. Good boy. Thank you, Preston. Thank you.
Hymns can be nice, son.
I try. I do. Are you going to be good today? You going to be a good bird today? Or is you just tricking me right now like normal? Hello, Preston. Hey, Preston. Hey, Preston.
Oh, God.
Oh, you're going down to get Aunt Charity, huh? Is that what you're doing? Preston, what are you
He's just up to no good. He just does what he wants. Oh, this one. Oh, shit. This is the one where he grabs a utensil.
Oh, no. Preston.
Watch what he
That's not
gets.
nice. Preston.
He's clearing out the
You
dishwasher.
really lost your mind. Get off the
He grabs one. He grabs the knife right there. And he throws it.
Preston, get off. Preston, get off the dishwasher now. Oh my gosh.
He keeps grabbing the knife.
Preston, I'm telling you, Dad. Preston, get down. Just grab the floss bottle for me. Preston, stop. Right now. Get off.
Look at the face he makes at her.
Get off. Oh my God.
And he takes off
Give me that.
with the spoon.
Go. Get out of here. Right now.
Oh my God.
Go. Get out of here. Go.
Can you imagine trying to get anything done with him?
Go. Run away. Go. Get out of here. I don't want him to grab that last knife. Yeah, go.
Look at him proud. He's so funny. Yeah, that's Monkey See, Monkey Do Ranch. Right, NorCal? If you want something just lighthearted, animals, if you guys enjoy that type of stuff, that's, again, Monkey See, Monkey Do Ranch. Wonderful, just animal content. That's what I watch on TikTok. It's always animals, dogs, cats, all the animals. Yeah, him grabbing that knife too. Oh my gosh.
I'd be afraid waking up him
With
on
him,
the
yeah.
foot of the bed with a knife in his mouth.
Can you imagine? Like, and he just wakes up and chooses violence. Like he does. He just wakes up and he's like, it's time to go. And he doesn't care. Gives no fucks. That bird is definitely got no fucks to give. That's for sure. All right. We ended that on a good note. I hope you guys have a wonderful KDK again. Thank you. Thank you guys for all the support. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Get some rest. And I will, if I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you sometime soon. Have a great rest and stay safe out there. Keep your helmets strapped on and your seatbelt strapped on. You might need them lately around here. Bye, y'all. Have a good one.